Good evening. Now, you've either clicked on this thumbnail for one of several reasons. It may be that you're looking for information about Rory Conacher. It could be that you've invested in one of the many Ponzi schemes or scams that he's promoted, and you've fell victim to his claims that he can help you get your money back from the very same Ponzi schemes and scams that he's been promoting for years. Or you are considering getting involved in STEPCHAIN, and you like doing fitness activities and being rewarded with worthless crypto tokens that you can't do anything with. This video is really here to expose all three things. I've been going after Rory Conacher for quite a long time. He is a serial Ponzi scheme promoter. He thrives on multi-level marketing. He's there to get the commissions that he gets rewarded for when you sign up for the platforms that he gaslights down your throats. For people who have been on my YouTube channel for 3 or 4 years, you'll know that I've done my apprenticeship exposing a Ponzi scheme called HyperTech, which was renamed to Hyper Capital, and then Hyper Fund, and then HyperVerse, and then HyperNation, and then HyperCosmos, and then HyperPlanet perhaps, and then maybe Diversal. Those names are rinse and repeats of exactly the same community going from one brand to another. $1.9 billion was scammed from that one scam alone. As I was getting to know Rory, I heard rumours that he had employed 40 people to be on the phones, and he was promoting people the opportunity of a lifetime. He was telling people that if they invest $300, that would turn into $900 within 600 days. And then he would encourage people to reinvest that money so they'd get greater returns. Of course, it was a Ponzi scheme and it fell over. I will still maintain that it was actually a $4 billion scam. I don't think anyone on the planet knows more about HyperVerse other than maybe Sam Lee, Ryan Jew, and Alan Gold. I think I'm saying his name right. 52% of the money that were paid into that Ponzi scheme went back to the multi-level marketers that were promoting it. And I've got numerous videos of leaders like Rory Conacher. I'm saying that incorrectly for 2 reasons. I can't say the real name properly, and he's a con man. They would set up 20 accounts, and that meant that when they fed somebody into the top account, 52% of that money would come back. When HyperVerse stopped paying out, you could still create new accounts using your HU dollars. So that's when I've got video evidence of Roy asking people, telling people to put their money into his bank account. He would use his worthless HU dollars to create an account and use 50% of that money to get a discount on creating an account. And then he would use 50% of the money on HU to top up to get that account activated. And then he would give that to the person in exchange for their money. So effectively, they were money laundering. When he was doing the class action lawsuit, telling people he was sick of all these scams that were happening, people were ringing up and saying, I don't have a HyperVerse account because I put the money directly into your account, Rory. If you want to, we can find that video and we can watch this person. And he goes, oh, well, I'll get you a number then. He'll hunt through his arsenal of HyperVerse accounts and he'll assign one to that person. So I think you get where I'm going with this. Rory has been taking money, USDT of people. He's been having them transfer money into his bank account and then setting up worthless HyperVerse, HyperFund, HyperCapital, HyperNation accounts, Diversal accounts, and telling people that they're in to win when he knew that the withdrawals have ceased. And now, did he stop there? No, he got involved with Are All Satoshi. Are All Satoshi started with Sam Lee. Sam Lee was the founder of Are All Satoshi, and it's now been ran by a guy called Jarvis Anwar. He said that he would give me $10,000 if I could figure out his last name. Because at that time, he was just called Jarvis. That scam has reproduced multiple scams under its umbrella, and it's still going today. StableDAO, Stable Opinion, VidiLOOK. VidiLOOK was a program which generated, I think, between $15 and $17 million. The CEO of that company was called Garrett Blakely. Well, Garrett Blakely, if you don't know, is happily back in California with his mum and dad. He had to raise money to get his ass back home. All the wheels were falling off with his association because Sam Lee was after him and was accusing him of stealing all the money from VidiLOOK. VAV is another one that Rory Conacher actually promoted. Oh, hello people. Rory scam, all the HyperVerse hopefuls, Sam Lee. So here's some good comments coming in straight away. Nice to have people in the chat room. So let's flip to the chat room, and also this is my picture today. So when I hope that Rory Conacher will do jail time for his activities, so I've created an image where Rory is actually using his own fitness app, STEPCHAIN, doing a workout in the prison. Notice the lovely picture in the background of the guy, the big black guy with the lipstick. And he's got his lucky soap on the rope around his neck. And here I am telling him to work harder, work faster, so he can get those valuable STEPCHAIN tokens that he's asking you to purchase. This is the blog that I've written, and I was inspired by watching Rory Conacher's YouTube channel just the other day, because when I watch these guys day in and day out, there is a pattern. Same shit, different day. If we go to his latest video, a big announcement coming. He's there with the leaders of STEPCHAIN, and he's telling everybody how wonderful STEPCHAIN is and how beneficial it will be if people just trust and believe and have faith. The same shit, different day. Now, when I caught Rory promoting Step Club, it was kind of ironic because theoretically, I've been telling, well, technically, absolutely 100%, ever since Rory's claiming to do a class action lawsuit against the people, even I don't know who's really behind HyperVerse, I said he's just using that to build up a community so he can scam them again. And I was 100% right. We're going to have a look at that video after we go through the blog. But as I said, it's bullshit. And I will show you why. I'm actually out of breath. I don't know why. I think I'm nervous about doing this one. Maybe because Roy has threatened legal action against me. Oh, no, it won't be that. But I want to read this, and I want you to really understand and listen. There's no one on the planet that has been watching what Rory has been doing online as much as Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, other than his family and his investors. Now, I'll give you a bit of background. I have got documents which I can't talk about, which help me understand how he's structured what he's actually done. And without going into details, let's just put it into layman terms. Rory has set up a company where, not as a financial advisor, but a group of business people trusted Rory's big flapping mouth and said that they would give him money and he would do investments and obviously give them quite big returns in their money, I assume. And hundreds of thousands of dollars have been put into this company. What Rory is now doing is threatening people if they speak out. They could jeopardize the opportunity of ever getting any of their money back. So he's telling whistleblowers if they provide myself information, and I use this information to tarnish his reputation, then they will be, they will be jeopardizing any chances of getting their money back. So this is total bullshit, scare tactics, everything. I've got those documents. I'm not going to talk about them anymore, but one day I will be talking about them, and I'll refer back to this video for you to follow. And we just sold a watch strap. Right, so let's see. Rory Conacher, a name synonymous with Ponzi scheme, fake investment platforms, and broken promises, has emerged yet again. This time riding on the back of health and fitness. I can't even read.
Gimmick called STEPCHAIN.
Gimmick. Now, there he is there. He's riding on his horse, and he's now promoting health and fitness. It's quite fitting that he did that. We'll read it paragraph by paragraph.
And just like clockwork, it's not about fitness. It's about funneling more people into another dangerous multi-level marketing MLM trap.
Yeah, so these people think that whenever they talk about, I've been involved in other opportunities before that haven't worked and this one's different, they never name them. Well, I'm going to name them now because I've been following this guy for quite some time.
If you've heard Rory speak recently, you'd think he was on a mission to recover funds for victims of the very scams he promoted: HyperVerse, Are All Satoshi, StableDAO, VidiLOOK, and more. He spent months claiming to be leading a class action lawsuit to recover funds. It turns out, that was just a distraction tactic, while he orchestrated his next move, launching Step Club, the gateway to the STEPCHAIN ecosystem.
Right, so we've just sent Rory a link to this very live, and every time I invite Rory to come on and talk to us, he declines because he can't compete with the facts that I've given him. However, he's on iMessage, and I've managed to give him... Can you let Pixel out? I've managed to give him a link so he can come on the show, and he is welcome to come on the show. Is his right of reply to any of the information I'm about to share, because I actually think it's actually pretty condemning. So let's be clear, this isn't a fresh start. It's a recycled lie, and it's time to expose it for what it is. So if you aren't familiar with STEPCHAIN, we will go there, but when you first go there, you think this is a harmless app that you can download from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store that you can pay a monthly fee for, and you can do fitness and get paid into their token, and then when their token is worth something, you'll be able to withdraw it into USDT. You're going to lose pounds and pounds of money you're going to lose.
On the surface, STEPCHAIN appears to be a fitness app that pays you in crypto for walking, running, and doing mental puzzles. It gamifies movement. Sounds fun, right? Until you realize that to unlock rewards, you have to pay to play. STEPCHAIN charges $29.95 month, $79.95 quarter, or $299.95 year to participate, with promises of earning step points, which might one day convert to crypto via their SCC token. This isn't innovation. It's MLM wrapped in Lycra.
All right, I've just got to let my puppy out, but you can read the next paragraph by yourselves.
This isn't innovation. It's MLM wrapped in Lycra. Participants are told they can earn up to $155 a month by hitting movement targets, and referrals. Join a $1 million prize pool for top steppers. Refer 3 people and get your subscription-free stake SCC coins and earn 35.5% APY returns.
Alrighty. So yes, as it said, earn up to $155 a month by hitting movement targets. Join a million. Is it a million? It is, isn't it? Wow. Refer 3 people and your subscription is free. Stake. Staking is the funniest thing I've ever heard in crypto. It's where you basically give them time to go away with your money. But let's just talk about SCC tokens, coins. That's like saying you're staking sands at the beach. Why would you do it? They're worthless. And they're only worth as much as somebody's prepared to pay for them. There's no trading of these tokens. You're just collecting tokens theoretically.
But here's the catch. You can't buy step points, you earn them by moving. Yet, to convert them or even access rewards, you must pay for access. And that's where the trap begins.
Yeah. So how do you determine the worth of a coin? Normally it's by being on the open market and trading. If you have to trade fat or jubbier that you've lost with some other person, it's a bit pointless, isn't it? So what did we discover? Well, the app, first of all, isn't actually published by STEPCHAIN. It's actually published by a company called Absolute Digital. And you can download this both on the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. Now, why did they use a different name? Well, this is a common tactic used by multi-level marketing schemes to obscure the ownership and avoid scrutiny from regulators and platform reviewers. Now, what they basically mean, I've literally had an app in the Apple Play Store and also on Google Play. They want you to be transparent. This is the 5th app that we've discovered in the last couple of months that it's actually managed to get onto the Apple App Store. I always say if it's in the Apple App Store, it's pretty good to go. These companies are now setting up fake companies and getting past the scrutiny of Apple, which is absolutely amazing. And that's why you won't find the STEPCHAIN name and website that they're promoting the multi-level marketing anywhere.
The app's privacy policy refers to a company called Vida Digital Mobile Limited, registered in Leicester, UK, not STEPCHAIN. There's no sign of a legitimate company structure behind the app's branding.
Yeah. So we'll look at that in a minute, and we'll finish this paragraph off as well.
The App Store links to a privacy policy hosted at stepchain.net legal. But if you remove the legal and try to visit the root domain stepchain.net, you'll be greeted with a 404 error. There's no homepage, no public-facing site, just a dead end. This tactic is deliberate. It allows the developers to meet Apple's privacy policy requirement without offering any real transparency.
Yeah, so this is actually breathtaking if you're in my game. So this is the legal notice that is linked off the app. So if we go to the app, this is the Google Play Store, we will actually go and see the app so you can have full transparency on how it actually works. But this is the App Store in the App Store. The App Store, yeah, that's right. If we click on Absolutely Digital, you can see that they actually produce other apps as well. I'm not familiar with what these apps actually do. I haven't done a deep dive, but I get the general idea. But if you click on STEPCHAIN and you go down to the bottom, you can actually see a description about STEPCHAIN and what it does. Now, we don't know anything about the copyright or the ownership of the brand. There's no T beside it. There's no registered trademark. So all we can see is look at the words. And in principle, if you go to the app stores in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and search for a fitness app, you'll be overwhelmed with apps. And all these Ponzi schemes and scams all want to have a product so that when people sign up for it, someone gets paid a commission. Because shouldn't even be up for debate whether the app even delivers. Because it doesn't matter if it delivers. It doesn't matter whether they're selling toothpicks or totra trees. It just has no relevance whatsoever. It's just so they can say they have a product or a service. Service is normally digital products, but let's not go there. So you read all through that and you're all happy. And you get down to here. I'm going to write a review about this app. I'm going to download it. And I'm going to say it's all related to multi-level marketing. We might even do that at the end if we have a bit of time. So now, this is part of Apple's policies. App privacy. The developer is not STEPCHAIN.
Absolutely Digital.
So now you click on that, and it takes you off to their legal words. Now, you won't be able to see this too clear, but you'll have to trust me unless you want to type it in, stepchain.net/legal. And you read through this, and you can read it, and it talks about their payment gateways. It talks about everything. Use information, health, connect data, blah, 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 blah. And you get to the very bottom, and you'll see that they are registered in the United Kingdom. And who the hell is this company?
Vida Digital Limited.
So now we've got another company, and who are they? I haven't looked it up, but maybe you want to do the research and let me know. Put it in the comments section. Don't need to go there. But when I was doing this, I was actually preparing this at 2 o'clock last night. You go to the terms and conditions, it actually goes to a different page. Now, we have 12 terms and conditions, and I'm not going to bore you to death and read them. But at the very bottom, there is a email address, and it's called stepchainapp@gmail. What type of company that claims to have offices in 4 or 5 different locations around the world would be using a Gmail email address? I'll tell you exactly who. A company that is trying to hide who they really are. Now, if we go to actual StepChain website, and I don't want to get off topic, I probably will a little bit. Right. Now, we're going to go back to where I was, so I knew where I was. There it is. And we're going to go to stepchain.io. And now we're going to go and find their terms and conditions. Because you would think they will be exactly the same. Now, remember, they're in, is it Canyon Tower? I don't know if that's Canyon Tower, because I think that's China, but Canton Tower is the one I'm thinking of.
Cane Tower.
Cane Tower, Dubai Marina, and the United Arab. So they claim to be in, but no address. And now we go to their terms and conditions, and they are exactly the same. And they've got, they're exactly the same, but where they had the email on this one here, you can see that they've made steps to actually take the email address out altogether. So they've actually used the same terms and conditions that they've set up the app with on the Apple app stores, and then omitted out the email address. So you might think, oh, well, different site, different email. No. Well, if you go to privacy policy, and in here you search for the word @ you'll see that they actually do have their stepchain.net email address listed in here. So something's fishy going on. And what fishy is going on, these terms and conditions and privacy documents that you see on the Apple App Store are actually there to keep Apple from viewing stepchain.io. They don't want to connect the two together. So then, if you're like me and you're a website developer, the first thing you do is you go to, well, wonder if stepchain.net actually goes to the homepage of the other one. And what do you get? Well, you get a 404 error telling you that this site is under maintenance. They obviously aren't in line with Apple's App Store's policies. Now, for someone like me to report it, yeah, it's a good idea. Danny's got all day long to do it. But if you want to show them this video and you've got the time to do it, please do it. We've been in correspondence with Apple with other apps that we've found in the App Store, and it's just hard work and very time consuming. Was the StepChain app made by the developers that Jarvis works with? Phew, that would be a good one. I don't know. And Jarvis is another guy, which is a bit of a monster. And if you don't know who he is,
you are a real piece of
that's Jarvis's boss. And if you go to here, you can actually see Jarvis, who's taken over from Sam Lee.
The allegations that the California financial authorities were making about the original WASP project was that it's a Ponzi structure, it's a pyramid structure, and those are pretty strong.
So this Ponzi scheme that we talked about before that Rory Conacher is basically in bed with would be the chances of it being the same development company would be extremely high. Now, how do I know that? Well, Garrett Blakely, who used to be Sam Lee's flatmate for 5 months, and he used to work in the company as the chief operating officer, VidiLOOK, he used to work in a building which has since been closed down, and they had 400 to 450 staff, and they were producing websites and platforms out there. For example, they were also, Garrett said, that WeWe Global were operating out of the same building. Now, WeWe Global was another scam that wasn't even associated with Sam Lee, but these are scam factories, and these are scammers. Jarvis used to work for Sam Lee. We saw him when he was like the apprentice, and he was promoting Hyper One, and then he went to work with him doing StableDAO, Stable Opinion, and then Sam Lee started up We Are All Satoshi, and all these scams. It's just, I mean, I can't even go on about it. So now We Are All Satoshi has had their domain name taken away from them twice, now operate under the name WAAS.net network, WAAS.network, and they now call it affiliate marketing. So what does an affiliate marketing company do? Well, they keep coming out with stupid products. So they also have their own BTCC token. They have Liquid Pay. Now, on the article here, that was done by Bloomberg, that's been looked at by 630,000 people, they researched him and found out that Visa didn't know who the hell Jarvis was, and publicly made a statement where they don't normally do public statements, saying that they have no connection with Jarvis or his new credit card, 9Pay. A week or two after this interview, they rebranded 9Pay to what are they called? Liquid Pay. And it's amazing when you watch these scams just rinse and repeat. But when you're in Scamville, you would pick up what's actually happening. So going back to Rory Conacher, we've got photos of him with Sam Lee. I think we've got photos of him with Sam Lee. We've got photos of all of these scammers in Dubai. And then one funny part, which I will show you while we've got this, is Jarvis is asked about me in this interview.
Is good, which is like just like Bitcoin that we will do.
With authorities often powerless to act across borders, it's fallen on people like Danny to sound the alarm on suspected scams. And people like Chavez Anwar are very aware of Danny's efforts to disrupt their operations.
One person that I wanted to bring up is Danny de Hek.
I mean, it's not good that you talk about something you don't know. I mean, he has zero knowledge of the tech. He has zero understanding of tech. If it is affecting my reputation in the market, I will sue.
I literally do have the best defamation lawyers in New Zealand helping me out. So I do, and also no suing, no letters, no threats, no cease and desist orders from Jarvis. He's just full of shit. He says things like that to keep his own community happy because I cause so much disruption. Anyway, back to the, so that was sort of giving you sort of a background of all these scams, how they're all interlinked. And what I'm getting at here is not Jarvis, Roy is well connected as well. He knows all the scammers. He probably even knows that STEPCHAIN is probably coming from the same building. And yeah, they could be using the same developers. Who really knows? But do you need to know when you've got common sense on your side? STEPCHAIN.net's purpose is to fool the Apple App Store so they can get the app in the App Store. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. Right, now, the privacy policy. Listen to this.
The privacy policy itself is dated October 2019, referencing outdated tracking technologies, long-abandoned payment processes, and even offer walls, where user data is traded for virtual rewards, a red flag buried in the fine print.
Virtual rewards. So, offers walls. I mean, it just goes on. So if you were going to invest in this company, meanwhile, STEPCHAIN's ecosystem includes a maze of domain names. So here's 3 more domain names, STEPCHAIN.io, and this is the homepage of the website. So let's just chuck in there while we've got it. And I don't know about you, but I find that very hard to read when they put text all like this. And look at this. Just read this paragraph here.
Amazing rewards. Use your earned points to access rewards like exciting prizes, cash, supplements, and unique experiences, or convert them into crypto, coming soon, with $1 million worth of rewards to be every month.
Now, you could read that as $1 million because that's how I would read it. Or they could say our token is worth so many, our token, like BTCC, Chavez and Ward's token, he claims it's worth, at the moment, I think it's $1.16 a token. It started from $3 token, but it's a closed network, and it's only worth that to people within the network, and you can only use his money to buy his products, and you can only use his money to get a discount on his products. So if you were to buy a membership for $300, then you can use 40% of his worthless tokens to get a discount, but to purchase the actual new product that he keeps releasing, you need to use fresh USDT. And I just see people handing their money over all the time. But anyway, I just want to go there. So I wouldn't say that's actually that claim there. I bet they'd back up the bus, beep, 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 or the truck, as they say. We do actually have a truck backing up. So it would back up the truck, and they will say, oh, we didn't mean real money. Oh, God, money. Get rid of that money. Okay, so you've got the idea of that. Hopefully that's answering those questions. Morons made money. Any of these, Rob always asks this question, has any of these morons actually ever made money? If you've invested in any of these crypto bullshit scams, you're a moron. So everyone is going to make money. And that is the difference, which is absolutely amazing. Hey, Pix gone again. Pix got an upset tummy. That's why I had to go out. Fed him rice and chicken today. Right, so anyway, so you got this. So we've got the stepclub.com. So let's have a look at that one. Why do you need so many domain names? Now, this one looks really nice because they haven't put all their stupid shit all over it. Everyone that's in these scams are always deliriously happy. Unlock your full potential with Step Club. Incredible rewards make health more attainable. Community helps build healthy lifestyle. Challenges for the super competitive. Knowledge is power. Now, today I went for a run. I went for a 5K run around Hagley Park, which is our local park, and I did that today. And I do like health and fitness. Now, I do use Strava. I might use MyFitnessPal. I do use Garmin Connect, and I do have a very expensive, beautiful watch that if you want one of those, is it going to be, hello? There it is. It's beautiful. The battery's flat because I had to use the light. See, it's got the light. Watch this. Isn't that clever? Anyway, my point is I like gadgets, but there's no way in hell I'll be grabbing any of those apps. Now, I would also like anyone to put me in touch with Anderson Goddard from the Caribbean.
Anderson Goddard
from the Caribbean, because if he's given a testimonial, please reach out to me because I don't believe you're actually real. And normally what you can do is you can actually search Google Lens, and normally if you've got a nice photo like that, you can normally search and find him. Oh my God, we found him. So here we go. So let's have a look. And he's following absolutely nobody, and he uses the fitness app. Isn't that great? But let's see if he's connected. He's Port of Spain, Trinbago, build a wall, crime freeze. So when was the last time he actually posted anything? 5 days ago. Wow, maybe we should reach out to him and just ask him how he's finding the fitness app, because he's given this smashing review. I wouldn't mind betting that he doesn't know that he's been given this review, but hey, prove me wrong. Next person, let's go to Tanya. She looks like a bit of a honey. Let's see what we've got here. Let's go search with Google Lens. We found her on LinkedIn as well. Well, these people must be real. Tanya, where's she gone? She was there a minute ago. Hello, Tanya. All right, we'll go back. Maybe she's blocked me. Tanya's LinkedIn profile. Copy link address. Let's see if we can find her better. Oh, I see what's happened. She looks like she's disappeared. Let's go. Oh, I see, LinkedIn. Well, we could always look for Tanya. I'm going to go back and have another look. She's got straight here in that picture. But if you are Tanya and you did give that review and you would like to verify that with us, that would be, I would be very happy about that. But at the moment, unfortunately, I cannot see her in a hurry. I haven't done much research on this one, but let's do the whole lot now. Now we've started this. Let's go down to this lady. Hold up, I'm just going to go down and we'll right click on her, search with Google Lens. Nope, can't find her. How about him? Can't find him either. Well, that's how you do it. He's from South Africa, USA, and Dubai. Well, I believe everything from Dubai. All right, so we're going to just have to let the dog out again because somebody keeps shutting the door. So let's now we're going to listen to these 2 paragraphs, and that'll give me time to come back after opening the door. Maybe a second. I better make that read.
This intentional fragmentation creates confusion, making it difficult to pin down who's behind the project, who's collecting the money, and who's ultimately responsible. It's classic obfuscation, and it works. And here's another oddity. On the Apple App Store, the privacy policy clearly lists a free Gmail address, stepchainapp@gmail.com, as the developer's contact. However, on the identical version of the policy hosted on StepChain.io, that contact detail has been quietly removed. This kind of inconsistency isn't just sloppy, it's suspicious. A company supposedly headquartered in Dubai, London, New York, and Kuala Lumpur should not be using free webmail for customer support, nor should it be hiding it selectively across platforms.
Right. Well, yeah, so Dubai, London, New York, and Kuala Lumpur, a company that supposedly has headquarters in all those places. But they've decided that using Gmail is a good idea. Are you shitting me? Right, so that's quite cool. So what about Rory being in? I mean, I would look at anything that Rory Conacher or Conacher, whatever you want to call him, promotes as a scam. I don't even need to look at it because it's all multi-level marketing. And they always announce things that are coming that never eventuate. Nothing he says. You might get a little bit of your own money back, but you don't get much. So let's
Rory Conacher's involvement. Why does this matter? Because Rory Conacher isn't just promoting StepChain, he's directing people into it, hosting Zoom calls, and presenting it as a solution after the disaster he left behind. In reality, Rory is the problem.
Have you got links to this bullish moon? We've done this already, haven't we? We've been to that bullish moon thing. I wouldn't mind having a look at that. What did I say? Why does it matter? Because Rory Conacher isn't promoting StepChain. He's directing people into it, hosting Zoom calls and presenting it as a solution for the disaster he left behind. So you might not know this, but this is Rory Conacher's last-ditched effort to build up enough wealth to pay back all the people in his company that he said he's an investment guru. And this next stuff is pretty personal to some people. And we'll show you a little bit. We won't go through the whole lot because we've done previous videos, but listen to this.
In reality, Rory is the problem. His own cousin, Michelle Allistown, recently came forward with a damning letter exposing how Rory took their family's life savings under false pretenses, claiming he was running a crypto trading desk. Her husband, Sebastian Mangent, also confirmed that Rory promised secure trust accounts, only to later claim the money vanished due to black swan events.
This might be really dumb. I know this is my blog, but what is a black swan event? A black swan event is, well, you might be the same as me. I'm not claiming to be a scholar or anything. A black swan event is an unsuspected, impactful event that has a significant influence. These often severe consequences. Now, I can tell you what that black swan event is, and the black swan event was, as Warren Buffett would say, that you can see who's been swimming naked when the tide goes out. Now, when HyperVerse was at its peak, it didn't matter how you farted, it didn't smell. Because people were investing and the crypto was going right up. When the crypto started going back, the people that were doing all the cryptonomics worked out that HyperVerse would sustain itself if crypto got back up to $42. Then when crypto got up to $42, by that time everyone had lost their money and it'd be mayhem. But this is what they were saying. They were banking on the Ponzi scheme growing by introducing new people, crypto, the influx of new people coming in was pain for the old investors to think this was true and genuine. They were a lot of people were recruited into leaders where they held their own Zoom meetings and they were telling people to invest. And because at the start it was paying out like all good Ponzi schemes, then this would just snowball. And it did snowball out of control to $1.9 billion reportedly, and unreportedly $4 billion, because I know that 52% of the money that went into HyperVerse went back to people like Rory. So the damning letter that we're talking about, this is amazing. So this is actually the real Rory Conacher. You can see that he's not unlike that Rory. Did I flip that? And you can see the real Rory and the real Michelle, who grew up in the family. So that's Rory, I believe, that's Michelle on the left. I presume that's a girl. I'm not very good with family. And you can see photos. And in here, you can hear a tale of deception and broken trust. And when you go through this whole blog, you can read my interpretation of what I read, and also the personal story that Michelle actually shared with me. And, it's actually breathtaking what he did. But the condemning part, and if you really want to get into figuring out whether Rory Conacher is actually a good guy and just had a little bit of bad luck, or a conniving bastard bottom feeder of the planet that should be terminated, obviously you can see my point of view. Read this letter here. Now, this is a lady who has sold several properties to invest into with Rory Conacher. I've asked her how much she's actually invested, and she's too embarrassed to say. Her husband and herself both agreed to let Rory look after their life savings. He has never said sorry, and he's never actually claimed any responsibility for it. And I've read correspondence from either parties. It's actually breathtaking. But this goes right back to Rory was born on July the 2nd, 1974. So I'm 4 years older than you, Rory. And if you click on A and B, you'll see what happens. It goes off to the photos that she's talking about. And that's Michelle and Rory. And it's actually a really sad story. But we have a heartfelt story. We have photograph evidence of him. We've got every screed of evidence. We've got lies that he's told. And honestly, if anything was going to condemn somebody for being a bottom feeder, this is the article that will do it. And he even recently, she's explained it beautifully. It is a novel. But he also told lies. And they've got text messages. There's 40, or 39 to be exact, I think off memory, 39 documents and PDFs and letters from creditors. So this is the company I was talking about, RJS. And these are screeds of evidence that would actually just more than nail the coffin in Rory in a coffin. This is actually super glued tight, shows his conniving practices, and you just can't beat this type of information. As they often say, you can't make this shit up. But there is so much evidence.
Hey, how's it, Chris? Hey, it's over with, buddy. It's done, it's dusted, it's finished.
Yeah, and there's even video evidence of other people that he's hired to make smoke screens to buy into thinking. So if you want to know, if you were here when I started this up at the start, I said if you're over here to find out the truth about whether Rory Conacher is actually a scammer, or you're over here to find out whether you have a slight possibility of getting your money back from HyperVerse, HyperFund, HyperCapital, and all those ones, because you've been following Rory, who's been using you to build a community to give hope that you can get your money back by doing a class action lawsuit, which is the dumbest thing ever. And I've gone in there and stormed in his Zoom meeting, and he's tried to make me look like an idiot, even though I'm broadcasting his meeting live. It's just ridiculous. Because I'm probably the only person on the planet Earth who knows there's not a shit show in hell of getting your money back after you've lost it in a Ponzi scheme or a scam. even, so I just don't want to go down this road with these stories. So I've done it in numerous other videos. This one is really about STEPCHAIN, Roy, and also exposing, even just connecting yourself to anything that Rory's doing is going to be a disaster. Okay, so we talked about the damning letter. For nearly 2 years, Michelle and, is it Seb?
For nearly 2 years, Michelle and Seb were strung along with endless excuses, false hope, and manipulative voice messages. Michelle even begged Rory for the truth and offered to stop exposing him if he just came clean. Instead, she got more lies, nonsense screenshots, and new promises that never materialized.
Yeah, so it didn't. And then the next one?
Michelle's letter can be summarized in one sentence. Rory is a master manipulator who leaves devastation in his wake.
Yeah. He's just disgusting. So this is my... So I've wrote to Rory, and also I've given him just a couple of messages now, and he gets my messages because I actually text these to him. And, it was just quite cool. I'm going to show you something. We're going to have a wee commercial break here. I was meant to be at a SBA Insight interview in Australia. And I've just got a photo of some of my friends, and these, what's happening here? Oh, it's a heck. Oh, I can't open them. But I've got a photo of Ken Gamble and Kathy, who are at this event at the moment, and they've just sent me a couple of photos, which is nice. I was going to show you guys. But Ken Gamble was the guy that invited me to go to the Global Financial Crime Summit 2024 in Sydney. And I had SBS Insight, which is an Australian documentary style program that's doing a 15-minute segment on scams in general. And they rang me up and asked me if I knew anyone in Australia that would be able to tell a good story. And I said, well, if you pay for my flights and accommodation, I will be the perfect person for the job. And they rang me back a day later and said, yeah, we can. So we talked for an hour. I gave them access to my database, showed them some stuff, but eventually they actually got 15 people in Australia together, and they'd just done this program. And Kent Gamble's one of them, and also Kathy, who is a lady who's was involved in a romance scam, and I think she lost $39,000 worth of her money. And basically she got her money back from the Australian banks, who didn't do a due diligence when letting her give her money away to somebody she thought was a soldier. But now she's a real advocate, and she's fights scam every day. So there's a wee network online and in the real world that I'm part of. Now, Ken Gamble invited me to go over there. There was 150 other delegates from around the world. People like special agents from America that were working out of Thailand and in Sydney. We had, who else did we have? Cambodian police chief, singer, I think we had, we had the Filipino crime commander. And we got to meet all those people, people from the United Nations, lots of police officers, private investigators. It was just absolutely excellent. The best thing I've ever been to, and I was part of the crowd. Erin West, who does due diligence on fighting human trafficking compounds and the like. It was just absolutely brilliant. So, by promoting these scams, I've got a really interesting one coming up at the moment, and I'm actually getting a romance scammed by a lady who's claiming to be a Filipino, and I'm chatting to her quite heavily in LinkedIn, and she's claiming that she's been scammed by one of the scams that was promoted by Joseph Tran, and also the other guy, Paul Albertus. And it seems like they create these scams, the scam falls over, and then they go after they go to people claiming they're a victim that's been scammed, and they've even come to me, and I've got a full lot of correspondence with this lady, absolutely amazing, but we'll do another video about that. Let's stay on focus. So I text Rory and I said, hey, Rory, you horrible bottom feeder, I'm doing another article about you, and I'm wondering if you would like, I basically taunted him. And this is the reply I got.
Dear Danny, I've taken note of your recent announcement about an upcoming blog post regarding me, as well as your past and current statements on various platforms, including YouTube, blogs, and social media. Despite my previous requests, you've continued to share inaccurate information. I want to emphasize that I reserve all my rights, and will take appropriate action at a time of my choosing to protect my interests and reputation. Sincerely, Rory.
Well, you can imagine how I felt when I read that. Now, just going back, now misinformation. Why have they got 4 domain names for one company? Why have they got 3 different company names for one fitness app? Why are they? Would they want a representative from the Apple App Store here watching this video? And if you are from Apple App Store and you know how to report videos, do some due diligence, you guys, because we've got 5 apps currently in the Apple App Store that shouldn't be there, including what do they call that thing? Liquid Pay. I call it Liquid Pay. They shouldn't have their apps in the App Store, and they're under there in false companies. In my opinion, those companies don't even establish. It's just, don't get me started on that today. But anyway, so Rory wrote that, and he's basically saying that I'm misinformed. You've heard Jarvis Anwar say that I have zero knowledge of the tech. I don't actually need zero knowledge of the tech. I just need to know how companies are structured. This was my reply to Rory, who will be watching this video now because I sent him the link and also the link to come on stage. But because Rory is a coward, he won't come on stage. He'll come up with, oh, it was 2 o'clock in the morning and I was so tired after doing all my exercises, I needed a break. Now I'm just going to read this and I'm going to go shut the door because it's freezing, and you can listen to the first 2 paragraphs.
Dear Rory, your attempt to silence me with veiled legal threats is as predictable as it is pathetic. I relish any action you think you're capable of taking, because unlike your web of deception, I deal in facts, evidence, and accountability. Not one breath in my body believes a single word you say. You're not misunderstood. You're not misrepresented. You're a washed-up scammer who's scrambling because the walls are closing in, and your own cousin now stands among your accusers.
Yeah. So I've read that a few times. So I just can't. I always think these legal threats that I get make me laugh. You know, how would some scammer go to a lawyer for a start and say, hi, I've been doing this, and this for the last few years. I've been trading as a financial advisor. I've been receiving money into my personal bank account. And this guy is trying to expose me, and I want to take him through the High Court, because that's what you'd have to do to stop me. You'd actually have to take me to the High Court, and that has happened in the past, and we won with bells on. So I don't think you can stop somebody telling the truth. And when you're a scammer, you ain't got a shit show in hell stopping me.
This next blog will pull no punches. It will be thorough. It will be evidence-based, and it will be public. The fact that you're even replying to me proves you're worried, and you should be. Your con is collapsing. Your time is running out.
Now, I'll be fully transparent here. I've actually got some condemning information to show you exactly who Rory is. However, out of respect for the people that gave it to me, they asked me to wait. And that is the story of my life. I get this amazing information. People want to remain anonymous and they want me to wait. And I'm going, we need to act now before people sign up for his next scheme. But out of respect for the person that's given me a lot of information, I've decided to wait. So I was actually, the condemning information I was going to give him was actually not about this blog, but I got excited. After seeing him in the video that we're about to watch, I just think you're such a disgusting individual. And I'm glad that we're not face to face. That's all I'm saying.
The final red flags: MLM compensation plan disguised as a wellness mission, up to $1 million in monthly prizes but no verifiable winners. SCC token staking promises of 35.5% APY. An absurd, unsustainable rate domain shell game with different legal names, offices, and brands use of buzzwords like AI, gamification, charity, and mental wellness to bait emotional buyers. Fake urgency, reward inflation, and referral-driven monetization.
Yeah. How can you stake an SCC token that's worth nothing? Stupid. Are you gullible? Are you going to think, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Danny? I've got no technical data. I've got no experience with this stuff. Don't understand how crypto works. Don't know what a block of blockchain, is. But hey, I've just been told that you can stake these worthless tokens and get 35.5, which is just a number out of the sky. There's no way of it gaining value because it's not trading. Now, I don't even really know what APY is. What is? I'm sorry I have to ask, but I just wonder what told you I'm not technical, is, I don't know if Google's any good anymore. Google's going to die. An investment calculator. Oh, annual percentage yield. Oh, why don't they just say that? Okay, so that's what it's going to do. So annually, you're going to get 35. Now that's only if it compounds, and it lasts for 12 months. Okay, StepChain is the same scam, new wrapper. It's just another scam of his that he's putting, and he's got a community to market it to now, because he told you guys he's going to get your money back from the last scam he promoted to you, and you all huddled together and went, oh, that'd be good. You gave him all your KYC details. Oh, that was good. And the other blog that we did fully exposed how much money we were watching his blockchain, and we were watching that he was failing. People were meant to pay $15 each so they could do a class action lawsuit. Normally you don't pay to do a class action lawsuit, and it's no fee, no win, no fee. Anyway, we tracked about, I think I've forgotten what it was, but it was something stupid like $7,000 or $8,000. Then he's come out in the video and claimed that the people that had been scammed with crypto didn't know, had trouble paying him the $15 in crypto. So he was trying to set up, let's go, here again, Megan and Regan, they're trying to set up a payment gateway where you could take money from people. If it was legitimate, you fire up a WordPress website, slap down WooCommerce, apply to Stripe for a credit card processing, and then take the money. But no, this had to turn into, oh, don't get me started. Anyway, walk away from this.
Walk away from this. StepChain is nothing more than a Ponzi-style recruitment funnel hidden behind sneakers and smiley influencers. And Rory Conacher is not your guide to wellness. He's the gatekeeper to financial misery. I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
Yeah, he is.
When someone who's scammed you before comes knocking with a new opportunity, the only step you should take is in the opposite direction. Stay sharp, stay skeptical, and for God's sake, don't trust Rory Conacher.
Yeah, and other than that, it's just about the author, which is me. And if you don't know anything about me, I've been in Bloomberg, news.com.au, which is the national news agency for Australia, the press stuff, Guardian Australia. They've done 14 articles, not on me, but on my, I help them with information. They published me in the 14th article. ABC News in Australia, New York Times, Radio New Zealand, which is quite good for us, and of course the Otago Times, we don't forget them. And you can find out all about what I do. So that's basically the blog. Now, Susie is quite good with this. If we could give you a list of all the fitness apps that claim that you were going to be wealthy, we have got Get Fit, MoveQuest, they rebranded themselves because they couldn't get their app in the App Store. We had StepChain, which is another one that they claimed the failure of that company was because they couldn't get their app in the App Store because it was associated to multi-level marketing. Now, the one I just mentioned before, Get Fit, they rebranded it to MoveQuest. Instead of doing a multi-level marketing structure, they decided to make an affiliate where you get paid a set fee every time somebody downloads the app and you refer it, hoping that they can fly under the radar and get themselves in the Apple App Store, because that's going to make you famous. Now, it doesn't really. Now, if that's interesting to you, this is just using MoveQuest as an example. Their token is currently worth $9.60. Yesterday, I'm pretty sure it was worth $14. If you look at that graph, this is what all their tokens do. Now, you might think, oh, that's not bad. If I didn't know anything about this company and their token's currently worth $9.16, you would think that was pretty good. But they started at $100, and it's been dumped so many times. We've even got people sending us crypto transactions telling us that Lynette, the owner of this company, even though it's meant to be a DAO, I think, don't quote me on that, has been taking money out. Now, the other day, someone threw $92,000 into this fitness app. This isn't StepChain, this is another one, and now it's gone down from $14 to $15 to, because they pump it and then it drops. So it's just absolutely stupid. And if we just, I don't know if I can do this. This was an hour ago. Let's go 4 hours ago. Okay, let's go a day ago. How do you do this on a day? 5 minutes a week. Or let's just do it over the last month, because you'll see a bit of a roller coaster here. And that big candle that you see there is some idiot pumping it up with $92,000. Now, that's not much money to make a big difference. You know, and they'll say, oh, you know, this is, you know, just manipulation techniques, what it is. But don't fall prey to all these stupid hype. The crypto was actually doing fantastically well I heard over the last 2 or 3 days. That's why we probably haven't heard from Crypto G for a wee while. But, you know, that's just another one of these fitness apps. So, in summary, before we have a look at the video of Rory doing his thing, we've got Rory Conacher, or as I like to call him, Con Archer, in prison with me with a baton, with the spotlight in his eyes, making him do fitness exercise. His boyfriend was posters on the wall that you might be able to see behind there. I told him to make sure it had lipstick on. He's got rope on the soap, which is his most favourite position right now, which is probably going to fall off anytime soon. We've got a blog that fully exposes Rory and also the shady practices of the opportunity he's promoting at the moment. Not only that, we've got an article from Michelle, a lovely lady who's actually grown up with Rory, who's actually said, hey, this is going to be hard for me to do. And now he's come out with information saying that any whistleblower will be cut off the pay chain. And there's no money. He hasn't given any money. He's lost everyone money. I'd love to know what he actually does with this money. We were talking about it today with Rob, who's in the chat room, funny enough. What do these guys actually do with the money? Where do they put it? Do they put it, was it maybe in Helen? They put this money into crypto, and then when the crypto falls down, they hold on to it. I don't know what they do. But if you want to know the truth about Rory, this story that I'm flipping through doesn't lie. It is truly breathtaking. Listen to it. We've got voice recordings, we've got PDF documents from his company, the whole 9 yards. And there's a document from Rory's addressing the collectors. We've got 39 documents that crucify Rory. Why would you trust a man like that with your money? Screenshots, photos. Look at that. That's my cousin. You trust your family. And these Ponzi schemes and scams, what do they tell you to do? Recruit your friends, your family. Bring 2 people along to a meeting. How many times have we heard this? Susie, you said something about an update. Was there an update? You said based on MoveQuest, StepChain is going to disappear because... Oh, yeah, bullish moon. Actually, you've got the URL to that bullish moon. I did start doing something on that. Received cold WhatsApp messages about the e-bike scheme. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We've got so many scams going down at the moment. The scammers are getting desperate, I'm telling you, kids. Nice photo of there, Rory and Michelle. That's Michelle and Rory growing up as kids. Oh, they've got a Dalmatian. And that's Rory now. Oh, no, it's not quite yet. Soon. So anyway, we did find a couple of those people that give testimonials. Whether that was them, we will never know. We've found a company that's got a address in United Kingdom that's theoretically associated with it somehow. Their main website that's in the Apple App Store has got a 404 error when you go to the homepage. Their privacy and their terms and conditions are identical, except they've taken out the Gmail address on one and not the other. They're in the Google Play Store. They've got 2.8. And look at this. This is not me, by the way, but here's a lovely review. Let's have a listen.
Fake app. It's been almost 1 year, but still this app says that this feature are not available worldwide, and we will release the feature soon. But I have listened to this thing for almost 1 year. They're just fooling us and nothing else. Don't waste your time, guys. If they can't release products worldwide, then at least they can launch gift cards for all countries. It's just their excuse. Fake alert. One person found this review helpful. Did you find this helpful? Absolutely Digital, the 20th of July, 2021. Our features are still under development, including the redeeming option, marketplace. We will release it as soon as possible, and it will be available worldwide. In the meantime, keep using the app. Accumulate step points, hence you will benefit when all the options will be released. For further details, please email us at support@stepchain.net.
Well, they didn't use a Gmail address there, or did they use stepchain.io? And who knows whether stepchain.io is actually the same company, or are they just masquerading as the real company? Who actually knows? The other one too is we've got more 1-star reviews here. Listen to another.
I sent referrals to friends and downloaded the app, which based on the app I should get 50,000 steps and referee get 10,000 steps. But unfortunately I did not get any of them despite of 3 of my friends downloaded it. I think the app is not legit and may be scam.
Excellent.
Sincerely, your own self-driven app for fitness and rewards. Good but better app than most rewarding Google Play Store fitness category health app download.
Yeah, so I haven't actually looked at these reviews, but they are pretty condemning. But maybe you want to download the app and give them a nice, honest review. That's what I'd be doing. But these reviews are hard to get in there. I've been doing reviews on Trustpilot. Trustpilot tells me the automated system flags a lot of my reviews. If you do too many one-star reviews, it's kind of what I do. They just kick them out. So I've started doing 5-star reviews on people I know to counteract that. That's what I had to do. Okay, scam after scam. Black Swan events were good. What else have we got? Right, so let's have a look at Rory doing what he does.
84.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch screens. We'll go back to here. I want you to sort of get a feel for Rory. Now, what have we got? They also... what have we got? Admiral mentioned the e-bike scheme the other day. Well, guess what? That Telegram chat I've been following for a trading scheme, and guess what showed up from one of the followers? Someone based in NZ. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've been following some pretty interesting opportunities at the moment. I am briefly going to show you one before we get into this blog, because I thought it was quite interesting. So I don't think I can actually do this without actually I'll switch screens. I just don't want to give anyone's details away. I'll see if I can do it. Okay, so I just want, I will show you this. This works. All right. Okay, so I've got, hold up. I've got a lady, and I think I've fallen victim to romance scams, ladies and gentlemen. But I won't go on about this, but I've got this lady here who, when I look at her LinkedIn profile, she has only got 5 connections, right? And that's a telltale sign. She's a mother of 3. She's got cancer, unfortunately. She lives in the Philippines. She invested $18,000 into a scam, which I have done a review on, which is kind of really interesting. And I've got to do a whole story on it. It's called Glory. Where is Glory? It's going to be a bit hard to actually scroll without giving away too much of my friend's information. Glory, I've got this Glory something. If I go to my site, anyway, I'm not going to go on about this. I just wanted to show you some interesting stuff. So if I go back to dehek.com and I search for Glory. I can't spell it. Glory. I don't know if that's going to be right. No. How do you spell Glory? Anyone want to know? Glory, thank you. Glory. What do I do about Susie? Yeah, so I can search for Glory. I've just searched for the same thing, haven't I? Right. So Glory, we found that this scam, now this is really weird. Now this is just a hunch, and I just want Susie, while she's here, to think about this. These guys were promoting Glory Assurance International. And this was, we did a whole review on it. We went through the people promoting it, how they're promoting other Ponzi schemes, blah, blah, blah. So this has actually crashed. And I've even gone through and I've done an update. And this is the update we've got. Let's have a quick listen.
We've now heard from a concerned individual based in the Philippines who invested a significant amount into Glory Assurance International. After initially being able to access the platform, everything changed on April 16th, when Smart Telecoms blocked access to the Glory Assurance website. From that point forward, users were forced to use VPNs just to log in, an obvious red flag for any legitimate...
So the long story short, they've been told that the only way they're going to get their money out of the platform if they recruit other people. This lady's claiming to me in our correspondence that she's lost $18,000 and she's got to have an operation for her cancer. She's got 3 kids. And we've been chatting for about 2 or 3 weeks. In fact, I've actually acted on what she said and posted an update. But I also got other information for other people. So what I'm getting at, this scam here that's promoted by these guys has a back end to it. At one front, they promote the Ponzi scheme and scam. The second front is they get the people who claim they've lost money reaching out to people like me to build trust. And now I've been using ChatGPT to come up with all the answers this lady is doing. Now today, she gave me the access to the back end of her Glory website. So I can log in, which I won't do because that's illegal, so I've been told by ChatGPT. But she's given me the access to her accounts. Now I might give them to you, Susie, you can have a look. Then she's now told me that out of $18,000, $10,000 of that was her friend's money. And she's been investing for them. But anyway, I'm stringing her along. And what I'm doing is I'm building a storyline. And then I'm going to talk about how the whole process works. And you might think, oh, that's a great idea. I've got 2 of them going at the moment. 2 scams. It's actually amazing. But when I saw that today, and then I don't know why I didn't do this, and this is how confusing it can be, but when I see somebody who's got 1 photo, no background image, and 5 connections, you know, this account is brand new, and what did they actually have? So it's actually got an email, it's even got a phone number and a mobile number. So somebody want to ring that, Bob? You know, ring that phone number and see if somebody answers, because very, very rarely do you get someone putting their phone number on it. But I can just about guarantee that she's using this account to build up, you know, and what I should have done, I should have actually gone to show all activity, and I should have found whether she's posted anything, and she hasn't. So everything about this lady now is, Danny, you're a bit dumb. But I've got the whole lot documented, and it's going to be really, really interesting. But I just thought it was interesting, the fact that she, all over my LinkedIn profile, and I don't think they read good English, these will all be coming out of human trafficking compound. So imagine the Glory Assurance website comes out of the human trafficking compound. They get people in first world countries to promote it and tell everyone how wonderful it is. Then they get the next wave of people going in there claiming to romance scammers, which this lady was trying to, you know, befriend me. And then they tell us that they've lost money. If the logins that she has given me actually work, then we're getting the scam at both sides. And I actually will ping them through to you, Susie. What the hell, we'll just put them in the main area. Everyone have a look in the Ponzi schemers. Log in and see if they work. Because she reckons she's got $18,000 stuck on the platform that she can't get. So anyway, that's what I do all day long. All right, so now what we're going to do is, that makes sense. I haven't been reading your comments there because I'm thinking at the same time. What have we got? I'm just going to read some of these messages, Susie. It's just so I don't miss them all. Why does this do this? I just have no fun with my chat boxes. It's just so hard when you're trying to... I'm just going to read all your messages. Let's have a listen.
Rob Woolley, all of them including me, Susie, member, 1 year, and the Admiral mentioned the e-bike scheme the other day. Well, guess what? That Telegram chat I've been following for a trading scheme. Guess what showed up from one of followers? Someone based in NZ. Susie, member, 1 year. They also received a cold WhatsApp message about the e-bike scheme. Susie, member, 1 year. Oh, Colonel, I'm sure there are many good people in NZ, including you and the Admiral. Susie, member, 1 year. Can't lump everyone in the same bucket. I say the same thing here in Canada. Just look at all of the Canadian schemers and sheeple we've followed. Face with spiral eyes and wavy mouth. Susie, member, 1 year. Glory Assurance. Rob Woolley, hey, I got a new mic free. Susie, member, 1 year. Out of the office. You did? Susie, member, 1 year. You know what that sounds like to me? Admiral, thinking face. Susie, member, 1 year. Very, very rarely. Telegudela and Co Montsevi make video. Susie, member, 1 year. And she's a pro LinkedIn member.
Passive make video. What are you going on about in the chat room, the other guy? If you're trying to promote stuff on here that's a scam while I'm busting scams, I'm interested to know what planet you think you're on, unless you are busting scams. Let's have a wee look at our friend in the chat room here. What are we looking at here? Are you promoting these, or are you exposing these? Let's find one that we know. 2% daily.
హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ మై ఛానల్. నాన్ వర్కింగ్ ప్లాన్స్ ఎవరు ఎక్కువగా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చేస్తారో వాళ్ళకి మన ఛానల్లో మంచి ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ అయితే అవైలబుల్లో ఉన్నాయి. సో 1 మంత్ బ్యాక్ అయితే నేను ఒక వీడియో చేయడం జరిగింది ఎస్కేర్ వాల్ ట్రేడ్ ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ గురించి ఆల్రెడీ ఫుల్ ప్లాన్ అన్నది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను. అయితే 2% అన్నది క్లోజింగ్ అవ్వబోతుంది ఈ మంత్ ఎండింగ్ లోపు. సో కంపెనీ మంచి ఆఫర్స్ అయితే పెట్టింది. సో సమ్ ట్రిప్స్, థాయిలాండ్ ట్రిప్ అండ్ ఐఫోన్ గిఫ్ట్. అలాగే ఈరోజు CEO ఒక మంచి పెద్ద ఈవెంట్ అయితే చేయడం జరిగింది. సో నార్త్ సైడ్ ఆల్రెడీ CEO మనకి హైదరాబాద్ కూడా ఈ మంత్.
So are you shitting me? Are you really in here in my chat room with this channel telling people that they can make money? And what's your point? Are you hoping that people are going to click on your YouTube channel, sign up for these platforms, and you're going to get money? Oh my God. Hey, you should go get involved in Start Up Online. New crypto. Crypto? How do you spell crypto? Bot. Oh my goodness. How long? And you've got 2,160 videos. Amazing. Oh, what a bottom feeder. Oh, welcome. Well, everyone's welcome. But I mean, can you prove any of these scams are legitimate, mate? That's disgusting. Anyway, let's get back onto it. Danny's offline. I just wanted to savour that moment. I think we're just about done. So what I'm trying to accomplish here with this video, I just want you to listen to the slime bucket because I watched this 12 hours ago and that motivated me to stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning and write a blog about Rory Conacher. And I just want you to see him in action and listen to the same shit, different day. Here we go. So if you haven't seen that, this is the, what is it, something club? Step Club, 6th of May, weekly HQ meeting, including prize draw.
How's everybody?
I'm good.
You know what's so nice is I'm
I-
seeing all the familiar names here. How's everybody?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hi, Gonzalo. Elena, I see Elena
Philippe.
here. Hi, Elena from
Hey,
Elena
John,
from London.
how you doing there, mate?
Even Donald Trump's in here.
Darren, the whole
You watch.
team, Danny, fantastic.
Hello, mate. He must have
Awesome,
curled his
awesome,
toes when he
awesome.
said that name out loud.
Well, before we kick off, I was just thinking now, I couldn't help but smiling because, you know, we've been so busy. Well, what the guys don't know, had a very busy day, productive day that was, you know, from our meetings and everything that's happening right now.
What's happening, Roy?
And I'm really smiling because everything is starting to come together so nicely.
Starting to.
now.
They've been
You
going
know,
for over
Felipe,
years, so
Gonzalo,
somebody's in
you've
the
been
chat
doing
room.
such crazy, amazing work there. All the little technical bits, all the bits and pieces we're getting.
I want to talk to Ramesh Choudhury. Did you put your
Oh
shirt
my
on?
God.
Whom you're talking?
How did I do that? What did I do that for? Oh, God. Sorry, guys. You only had one job to do, and look at that. I stuffed it up already. Let's go back.
84 members who accomplished the perfect goal. So it shows how quick things are going.
Absolutely. And
I love all the bullshit stories they say.
you know what I'm seeing in the back office, I see Sharon's messages, photographs, people walking, sharing things from snow to from all over the country and for all over the world as people now start to put a bit of priority on themselves, their family, and their health. So first of all, just congratulations to everybody that made it to the Zoom meeting, but congratulations to everybody that are maintaining and walking and now more conscious about their health. So congratulations to everybody there.
So as I said in the original blog here, so this is Roy saying that everyone's getting fit and healthy, and that's the elephant in the room. There's no fitness app here helping you healthy. He's trying to strip your wallet and get your multi-level marketing dollars as you sign up other people.
All right. Should we maybe
Great.
kick off?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to just open up the slide. I hope it's come up. Did it come up there for you, Gonzalo?
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Over to you about our Sunday message.
Yeah. So hi everybody. I hope everybody's having a great week, a great start to the week. And I just wanted to talk to you guys again about the Sunday with Step Club. As you know, it's a little think piece that we put together on Sundays just to make you think a little bit on a Sunday morning with your coffee or whatever your drink of preference is. Hopefully it's not whiskey or something like that. But anyways, Sunday morning.
Why would you say that?
It's just to get you thinking. It's not going to take too long. It's going to be 30-second read some weeks. It might be a couple sentences. It could be a couple paragraphs. It could be a minute, maybe maximum 2-minute read every single week. And it's really just to stimulate some thinking about what are the thought processes of what's happening around us in the world with Step Club, with whatever topic that might be something that might be relevant for us. This last week, which was relevant for me, we started talking. We talked a little bit about almost. If you see the quote, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. So there was an anecdote in the Step Club piece. I won't spoil it because it's really exciting. You should read it. But anyways, it's just something that happened to me recently, and I bet you, if I were to ask the community or everybody who's on board right now, if I were to ask you, how many times have you been asked to unplug something or shut it off and start it back on? I am sure we're all old enough now that we've been told at least a dozen times in our lifetimes, whether it's been from different tech people or what have you. I bet you if I were to ask for a show of hands for people who have not, it'd be easier to count, a lot easier to count. So the piece is just to make us think a little bit about that works well.
Another guy that never says anything when he talks.
And digital products and the things that we use on a daily basis. But it also works for us. And it's something for us to think about that just as with the technical and for the tech piece of equipment that we use all the time, sometimes unplugging something or shutting it off and shutting it back on is not because there's something wrong with the app, but it's not communicating with the apps around it like it should.
Okay. No sense of ownership of the problem.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, there's a disconnect and I have to shut off my computer and put it back on. We're like that too. Sometimes unplugging is not just because we need to unplug, which is true, we do need to, but it's just a way to sort of reconnect to our environment.
Oh my God, this guy's making excuses about
the stresses, the demands of everyday
people who are
life.
using the app having problems.
It's just good to go for
just need to restart it, okay?
There's something about the STEPCHAIN app that has really helped me.
Crap. It just means
I hope it's really helped
need to keep the smoke and mirrors going.
It's just a reminder to get up every day and do something, whether it's 10,000 steps or 5,000 steps or whatever it is.
Tell everyone they're doing steps, but we're doing stealing.
I hope it acts like a reminder for all of you to just get up, do something. You guys should all know by now that staying in front of your computer all day long is not healthy.
Oh, the clientele that they must have.
Just move around.
I tell you what, they weren't in front of their computers, mate. They wouldn't be watching you.
We have a great product here that we make people do it. So we don't make them do it. We motivate you to do it. So I hope that it's something that is the takeaway from Sunday's message. Please open up your Sunday messages. Interact with it. Interact with me. Send me messages. I'll make sure to pass that along when relevant to the rest of the community. If you're using Gmail, I said it last week.
Oh, Gmail don't work?
Check all the files, all the folders, sorry. Gmail does a very particular thing. For whatever reason, it starts to divide it into different sections, whether it be your inbox, promotions, social, updates is another folder that they use. Look into that because some people say, hey, I didn't get it in my inbox. It's in one of those other folders, most probably. You have to be an active member to receive it as well. So I hope that you're all enjoying it as much as we love writing them. Rory, that's it for today's Step Club.
Thank God is that.
Well, from our side, you touch on such an important point, and it's like getting into something, but like even now, if I look on my app,
I'm just going to open 50 tabs here, so we'll lose you. It's been nice having you here. Okay.
Such a busy day, and you say talk about a reminder and unplugging.
57 apps.
I mean, okay, we
Hey JB, nice to see you, mate.
We updating
got the crew here
as
today.
We get glitches, we're working through everything, but I've done 4,926 steps because I walked and I went to go and get a cup of coffee, so I added some more steps, but.
I went to McDonald's and I walked there.
And go and do my walk because last month I missed being on this prize draw.
I have done 12,000 steps today.
Because I
would make so much money with this app.
Behind my computer. So I had walked, I think it was March, I had walked 30 out of 31. And, April. I'd missed one day by 60 steps. So from my side, yes, I got my multipliers, I got everything, but I didn't get up onto the leaderboard. and it was 60 steps on
look
one
at this.
night
That's
that I just pushed. So I'm a
he
lot
pushed.
more conscious
pushed
about
him.
getting up, having a look at it.
Pixel,
So talk
you want me
about
to take you out
unplugging.
again? All right, mate.
I use
Let's
that
do that.
time
Won't
now
be
when
sick,
I
guys.
walk, even if I've got my headlamp on, I just turn, that's my time out, you know, to breathe the air, smell everything, see everything, and to take my little time out, unplugging from the world and all the communication for a bit and just getting out there and enjoying myself and chatting with a lot of people. We all experiencing things very similar. And I love seeing the family walking together. I saw a video there with Alan and his partner, and they were out as a family and getting out and walking and just breathing life again, yeah, just getting it back into ourselves. And I think it's fantastic, and it's a good
Hope you
habit
guys
to
can't
get
see him
into.
in my
So
jammies.
from our side, I think it certainly works, and the results speak for itself as well. Healthier bodies, weight control, but also just great relationships and friends that we are making at the moment as well. So over here we got the team. We got Philippe, we got Darren, Gonzalo, Alex, everybody knows Alex, Tony, been dealing, and again,
Tony, oh look, we just stumbled across a Zoom meeting. I think it's a webinar. I always like to tune in when we see live ones.
Anywhere in the world, then right now, the whole world is changing. Every country in the world is opening up to crypto. This did not happen. This is a dream. So when you have a legitimate platform,
here we go,
a legitimate opportunity, please pay close attention to it. You watched Bitcoin. When your friends told you to buy it at $300, you didn't. So I want you to look at this comp plan, understand it's a 6.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to get off track here a little bit. So I just want to finish off that video about Rory Conacher. I'm going to call him Conacher. I can't remember anyone's name. But I just wanted to finish this video off. We're going to carry it on. But if you are watching this, go into the description. You'll see the link to the blog. When you see Rory Conacher's name, click on it and you'll find all the other articles that I've done on him. And think, do you really need to be associated to a fitness app that is trying to hide themselves to regulators? And I'm talking about people from the App Store and the like and all that sort of carry on. Do you need to trust Rory Conacher? His shady history speaks for itself. Don't be stupid. Of course you don't. Is Rory really doing a class action lawsuit? Did you fall for that? Is his cousin provided enough evidence to bury him? Of course she has. So don't get involved with Rory. But I just wanted to say that and give this video a chance so I can cut it off and republish the first part of the video off before I started getting into what I call shenanigans online. I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I am here. I'm here for the victims. Reach out to me if you've got any intel. Go to dehek.com. Tell me what happened in confidence. And let's expose these bottom feeders of the world and get them offline. I'll see you in the next video. I'm still here. Just want to cut that off just in case I carry on. But just before I get carried away, let's have a listen to Baldy. This is the sort of shit
we're
that I
only
get on a
here
daily
because
basis.
we want to answer your questions.
Okay.
Whatever those questions are, we want to be able to answer them. I know that you.
So coming from a guy who only thing you can do is put your hand up, the chat room is shut, and it's a webinar, so it's all one-sided. And he just said that he wants to be here to answer people's questions. Well, how's that going to go down, mate, if you shut down the chat room?
The whole concept of us creating this bi-weekly for the LP was simply because we wanted to be able to catch up on all the pending, to be able to then soon we're going to go back to the week, but we wanted to make sure that we took care of that. So the next withdrawal is going to be on the 19th. So there you go. That's going to be that. And
okay, doing who this crowd is.
Let's go. Okay. So yep. Well, we're on the third page right now. So the first one, this one right here, this is okay. That's fine. Akasha. Basically, this is Akasha. Everybody who's on this call already knows that this is Akasha. If you bought your Akasha Okay, if you actually bought one of the nodes, one of the questions that you have is you want to make sure when can I fill my node? Well, that's going to be available if you go through the base network. It's going to be available at the end of next week. So you'll be able to, everybody who bought a node already, which by the way, guys, I made a mistake. Okay, on Monday, when I was talking, I said, hey, we did $6 million this week. That's not
Ultron.
true. It was $6 million
It's
once
Ultron.
again, cumulative. $6 million cumulative from the very beginning.
Oh my God, it's just another rinse and repeat. Ultron
the day that I talked about it. So it's over $6 million right now, but it's not in 1 week.
Ultron.
One thing that we're going to do, or that I'm going to do, is make sure if I say something wrong, I'll come back to make sure I give you the right information.
Okay.
That's the most important thing to me. A lot of you are wondering when you could do that. When can I make my deposits into my Akasha node? You can do that the end of next week.
Oh, right.
Also, you wanted to know.
It's good to watch these little wee show. This is just a Zoom meeting that's live right now. I'm watching a rerun of Rory's meeting he did last night while I was thinking I'm going to do a blog about him. But this is the type of stuff. This is not happening now. This is going to be live. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. G'day, certified trainer. Nice to see you here. Image putting your money in the bank and then saying the next time you can withdraw it is on the 19th. Yeah. Oh, my God. Miss Glamour, is it? Nice to have you here. Oh, my God, so many scams. It is. It just goes on and on and on. I'm just going to go back to Rory, but I don't think we need to listen to that guy, but there's another scam. But when I saw the name, I've already done the scam. So if we look at Holt, so if you, I don't know if I can get to the bottom of this. Maybe if I reposition this somehow. Oh, wrong button. On the bottom of this, it's got HOCL, which is a scam that we are very familiar with. I've done so many videos on it. If I got it this, Susie, you can see it's powered by Ultron. And that's it's just the scam that keeps on giving. I mean, Ultron, I just don't know. There's so many of them. It just gets ridiculous. So I just thought that was funny. Anyway, we won't stay on him. We'll go back to Rory, and I'll keep hunting for another scam. We might find another new scam, and we'll be able to give it birth.
Deborah, Maria, and Eliana, really great in the help and the support. People are learning now, starting to see things, even resetting the goals. It has been a little bit busy today with lots of messaging, but I think it's important that people have the information. So, Philippe, one of the big things for me about joining this project is obviously my health, because
health first.
I've pushed very hard in certain areas for a long time, and it's actually my kids have said to me, Dad, you got to stop. We want, the words they used was, we want our children to have a grandfather.
Noble reason to push a scam.
So it kind of made me stop and realize that I need to change things a little bit. I've just turned 50 this year, and I need to start pacing things. But what I really enjoy about working with this team is about the transparency and the history. People don't know that Atlas Group has been around for 30 years. Philippe, you guys have been around. You have successful projects. And that makes a big difference when you've got all these different things happening.
Have they successful projects?
So maybe you would just want to, Philippe, maybe just a minute about the Atlas Group before we move on. I think it's very important that people realize that you're not, yes, this is a project. We're working together. We're getting healthy. We got the coin coming. We got so many good things coming.
Everything coming.
But Philippe, I think it's very important that people understand that the group has been in business for 30 years and has
30 years.
So maybe just a minute from you, Philippe.
Just 1 minute, Philip. Tell us 1 minute.
We've been in the business.
Can't show my face because you're working on me.
First, it was the telecommunication, and then the internet, e-commerce, and we'll still have a different division in the group, focusing on marketing, online marketing, and social commerce. We develop apps for big companies, and Step is just the latest venture where we try to benefit from all the experience we have
scamming you've done in the past
in this different industry, and to make the best product on the market. The step is not a
That's a
new
good point.
app.
Why do you need a coin to be healthy?
I would say the community version of app that we've been
New
developing
hot
for
biz, Suze. I think that's
telecom
your new
company like
scam.
mobile operators like Orange, for example. We have
both
partnered
their,
with Orange. Orange, I don't know if
Zoom names
some of
have
you
been
knows about
reset.
this brand, but it's a mobile operators in I think 70 countries. They use our apps to engage with their customer.
Oh, look, they put love
the
hearts
same
on the
way
screen.
we try to do
you see that?
with Step.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah,
I want to
Rory,
invest in a company that has love hearts on the screen.
we're benefiting from the experience.
Maybe I should get some love hearts.
And most of the team member that you see on the screen are with us for a long time. Elena, she's here on the call.
Is she?
She's with us with decades.
Never seen her.
For decades. Maria, same thing. Deborah, same thing. Gonzalo is one of the first employees of the group. So it's a family that we would like to extend to a bigger community, and we are all family.
What's that song?
Well, I think
Heavenly
Felipe, thank you for that. And I think for me, this is really a big touch point because as a community, if we part of your extended family and we build and doing this together and we're doing it with transparency and honesty
you don't even know the meaning of the word,
places can we give the feedback. And here you're saying, well, look, here we are. Let's feedback. Let's change. Let's
in
work.
the police
Let's
station,
make
you
it
can
what
do
the
that?
community wants. We know what works in the commercial market, but what makes from the community. And you are gifting the community the opportunity to be healthy, to be connected, and also to make money. That's the other thing. Get rewarded.
Make money.
And it's something exceptional. And this is really why I sort of 2 feet in on this project because,
2 feet, love your pun there.
And
oh my goodness, I haven't got the chat room on the screen. You guys missing out.
Volumes.
Let's put the chat room
up. And as we'll see later,
room on the screen.
This is not something where people can lose their money as well. So it's very important. I think your health. If you don't focus on your health, it's going to cost you in the long run. And
this is all about health, isn't it, Rory?
And we're built to walk.
Oh, I can hear.
This is walk, step, run, or move. Maybe a better word is to say we're built to move. Just at a glance, before we sort of get into the whole thing, Step Club is rewarding being healthy or moving or taking note.
So every time you have a fart,
not an app where you have to be a super athlete, although super athletes are using the app.
Guys.
This is an app that's developed for all of us, everyday people, just to be more aware, more conscious about what is taking place in their lives. And for me, it certainly made me get off my bottom.
This meeting is being recorded.
That was loud.
So there's 2 sections to how this works.
Everything is always coming.
We've sort of modified this. If you'll see in the yellow side, you got the website. Now the website, call it the business or the members section, the login section. This is where we grow.
This is where we grow. Okay, got another scam for you. Just have a quick bit of popcorn in here. Can't help myself.
तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है क्योंकि आप अपना जो मनी है उसको व्हाइट मनी बनाते हैं तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है ये बात आपको तब समझ में आएगा कोई इनकम टैक्स लॉयर के पास बैठिएगा तो समझ में आएगा चलिए दूसरा सवाल क्या है आपका हितेंद्र जी ये तो पहला था दूसरा
कि इसमें सालाना कितना टैक्स देना पड़ता है और टीडीएस कितना देना पड़ता है
अभी 12 लाख तक आपको छूट है ठीक है
तो team chat
हाँ ये सारे चीज आपको इनकम टैक्स लॉयर जो है वो दे देंगे मैं थोड़ी सी जानकारी दिया कि अगर आप 12 लाख तक कमा रहे हैं साल में तो आपको इनकम टैक्स जीरो है लेकिन आपको नील रिपोर्ट फाइल भरना पड़ता है आपको दिखाना पड़ता है ये आप लॉयर के पास बैठ जाएंगे वो आपको जानकारी देगा मैं आपको थोड़ा जानकारी दे दूं दूसरा सवाल बोलिए
used to be called it used to be called Ride B&B and then their website kept getting hacked. So then they decided it'd be a good idea to rebrand the company, even though they had all these smart contracts and no one could touch them that weren't human. Their whole systems fell over. It's absolutely stupid. So now they're back. And this time they're Rain B&B. But I had to show you that while it was on my screen. Let's go back to Rory until we find another gem. Go, Rory.
via referrals or by sharing, which is a common practice with all the top businesses.
All common.
So this has been restructured.
This is common.
Just the same way
This
as
meeting is being
influencers
recorded.
share things, or the same way you get a free coffee from Starbucks. This is a referral where you benefit and the person that you join benefits as well.
It's multi-level
and that's
marketing.
A distinctive difference to what's been out there in the marketplace.
I think we do multi-level marketing.
And
I'm going to play you a short of the guy that does multi-level marketing.
And we'll go through the numbers a little bit later. But
I'll just play it over top of
a commercial point of view.
I'll just play it over top of Rory.
Said, right, we're going to give the lion's share to the community, because at the end of the day, it's a community project, and if they grow it, they deserve the lion's share of how it operates,
right?
And of the rewards, and that's what really makes it very exciting. So on the website,
everyone's excited. You got to be
STEP
continuously excited when you're on this.
And just to highlight, we'll go into the compensation a little bit detailed, but for direct
this is where we make artificial money.
referrals,
It's like playing a game of Monopoly,
now,
and they tell you if the game was real, this is how much money you can make. And we go, oh my God, it's
your
amazing.
Second level, that means if I share directly with somebody, I can earn up to 50%.
Okay, here's my mate that tells me he's a multi-level marketer.
Sharing, in other words, if I share with
Where's your wife? Where's your wife? Is she behind you telling you off?
The thinking there is that I'm going to help.
Huh?
Is your wife telling you off? Listen to this.
We are doing MLM, multi-level marketing.
I know, and you're selling shit.
And crypto,
and you're selling
so many robots. Here.
Yeah, but you're selling shit, mate.
Here.
You are selling. You are selling. I'm going to write my question.
You have to hear. You are coming daily in my Zoom. You have to hear. Why you are not ready to hear me? Why?
You're not answering my questions.
What I am selling? We are doing MLM. We have a crypto
Fucking
robot.
hell! How do you sell MLM?
Hello.
Okay, I'll write this. How do you
we are selling
sell
we are
MLM?
selling the software. Okay.
What are you selling? That
so
is
here now. Here, you open your ear. Hello. Take out your.
Where's your wife? Where's your wife? Oh my goodness! Sometimes I crack myself up. Anyway, a bit of fun there. Just want to show you they're just selling multi. It doesn't matter what they're selling. They're just selling MLM.
For me explaining
multi-level marketing,
the app, and helping John explain it to.
Oh my God! I just shut the wrong browser. Yeah, embarrassing that is when you're running a live Zoom and you shut down the wrong browser.
84 members who accomplished the perfect goal. So it shows how
company that's going to give away $1 million worth of prizes every month has 84 members have reached their goal. 84 members. That's less than 100 people have reached the goal and have received some sort of token in the back end that they can't redeem to anything. And this company is going to have the capital out there to give $1 million not $1 million away, $1 million worth of prize, and that's perceived value. Isn't that going to be great? But they have got 84 people who managed to get to their fitness app.
How quick things are going.
And just to run it home even a bit more, think about the athlete they have promoting this app. Rory. Imagine him on a 400-meter track racing around with his, being sponsored by STEPCHAIN. He could be a walker. He could be a secret Luther of a walker. We don't know this. And he's their main sponsor. Been sponsored by STEPCHAIN is Rory Conacher, otherwise known as the Con.
Absolutely. And you know what I'm seeing in the back office, I see Sharon's messages, photographs, people walking, sharing things from snow from all over the country and all over the world, as people now start to put a bit of priority on themselves, their family, and their health. So first of all, just congratulations to everybody that made it to the Zoom meeting. Congratulations to everybody that are maintaining and walking, and now
everyone that's walking, congratulations.
Their health. So congratulations to everybody there.
Congratulations.
All right. Should we maybe kick off? And I'm going to just open up the slide. I hope it's come up. Did it come up there for you, Gonzalo?
Yes, perfect.
All right. Excellent. Fantastic. Over to you about our Sunday message.
Yeah. So hi everybody. I hope everybody's having a great week.
Sorry guys. I'm replaying stuff we already listened to.
Influencers.
I'm going to get past all this. It's just Rory telling us how wonderful their app is, and we know it's a bunch of lies.
Doing the daily goal activity.
Unless they want you to email them. Let's get to the questions and answer the good stuff, and you can watch this in your own time.
There's 4 guys. So
Let's
great
go to
opportunity.
search for
And I've
Rory
also seen
Conacher, and you'll find
Sharon
his YouTube
out
channel.
there, sharing, and she's got a team now of people that are walking every morning. So really,
She's got
really
a team
great.
of people that are walking
You've
every
also
day.
got a lot of people that are doing it anyway. You've got those park runs, those walks, etc.
Park runs? Yeah, I do park run
So
every week.
a reminder that
I do park run every
who's
week.
in the money.
I'm only up to 50 so far, if you're a park runner.
Yeah, as I said, this month is a bit special. We have 3 times more qualifying members participating to the draw. So Gonzalo, this is your time. Show us this spinning wheel and
No, here we go.
the list of the qualified member. We have some. We had to.
It's time
do
to
some
win
changes. So no worries. All the mistakes that we noticed with your help.
Somebody's
Actually,
drawing
that's
on the
why
screen.
it's a community work.
Up there.
It's with your help. We noticed some glitches, technical glitches, which have been corrected during the day. So the list of
Is that right?
the qualifying member is the right one, corrected and double checked by the technical team.
Can I ask one thing before, Felipe, before we do the spin, and Gonzalo, something that's been on my mind as well.
Oh, giving people's money back?
There's 84 people that are entry winners here, but on the call we've got 53.
Where are they?
This is the last month. If you're not here for the presentation of the prize draw, or you don't have somebody representing you for a good reason.
So this is all the names of everyone
that's
got the app. What about privacy?
I think we do another draw. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think so, because it happened sometimes where we were
crazy
just giving away this 100 USDT and the recipient was not there, not claiming. We had to contact the person.
So you got to be in to
for
win
him to claim his prize. I don't think this is right.
Pay to play, but this one's you got to be here to win your prize.
Give all the chances to the people who are really engaged and really contributing to the success of the community. And I think the presence of the webinar is a part of it. And I appreciate we're almost 52 today. We were 53 now.
Wow, they're killing it.
So it shows that
it shows they need Rory in his community that
you
he's
want to
built.
participate, and
they do about
I
Rory.
think it's more than fair that starting next month you're gonna have to be present to
starting next month
claim your prize.
You better update those terms and conditions.
I've seen 2 comments saying agree with you,
and also your privacy.
Can we just get the rest of the room to put comments in? If you're not present, you don't win the prize. Remember, that means it increases your chances. That's making all the effort to be here. And it's only once a month that you have to be here for the draw. So is it really that difficult?
And you've got 54 people.
Because we have important information to share.
That's a low, isn't it?
Now, what causes some of the issues is people come back and then they don't know what's going on.
Got to stay plugged in.
Some people don't know that you need to do 10,000 steps, for example, to be able to get a goal. And we've been saying that over and over and over again. And this just takes up more time of the resources of the office. When somebody should know what's going on, that's actually done that. So we got all the agreement.
We understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So we understand also that some people are working.
Maybe not another starter.
At that time, it happened, and you remember we are broadcasting at the same time. So it's morning for some, it's nighttime for others. So we understand that some of the members are working during the webinar. So no worries. We have just to send someone to represent them. Could be the upline, could be someone of a downline. So we are not, we cannot be too strict on that. But as long you are represented or you're present by yourself, it works.
Making the terms and conditions up as they go. Remember, they're in 5.
Fantastic.
They've got offices in 5 countries.
Take it over to Gonzalo, and then we open up the floor
around their offices,
for general questions if there's time. We'll be good.
It's time. Let's be good.
After our spin, right?
Yeah,
let's spin.
Gonzalo,
we're gonna.
Oh, how exciting!
Yes. Gonzalo, you have to remember the rules a little bit. We have 5 winners.
5 winners.
The first is a top winner. The first will be the top winner of the month. And remember, if you are
Don't
3
forget,
times
guys, stay plugged in.
The top winner of the month, you can win 1,000 USDT. So this is the rule. So, and we have
I want to join.
members who are in the position to
if you want to help me support my
winning
YouTube
these
channel,
1,000
do make sure you subscribe.
because they already
maybe
won.
you could get one of these.
They already been two top
and start
winners
walking on
of the
my
month.
behalf because I'm stuck behind the computer.
And furthermore, these are all the names that are in alphabetical order. And before we
should we take a screenshot of all those names?
I'm going to shuffle 3 times.
Everyone's lost their privacy.
There's 1 time so that we have a nice random
Did he say
look
1 coin?
to all the names.
He did say
1 more time, and then a 3rd time. Okay.
Okay.
And then we're ready to spin. So
Let's go spinning.
Everybody's ready
This
for
is
the
pretty
first spin
spinny.
of the day.
Yeah, get it?
And let's go.
Let's go.
And see what happens.
Uh-oh.
And the first winner, we can almost predict who it's going to be.
It's not even spinning.
Reynold Morgan.
Reynold Morgan.
Okay. So
let's see. Reynold is here. Is Reynold here? Just
I can't see it on my screen. So
no, Reynold went.
Look, but
Elvis has left the building.
That'd be fantastic, just to see if they're
so
here.
if you are there, just type on the chat.
Okay.
On the chat that you hear, or someone representing you.
Can you remove that?
So you are the top winner. Reynold is the top winner of the month.
Top winner of this month. Okay, so we're going to spin 4 more times. In the meantime, I'm going to remove Reynold from the wheel. And now we're down to 82 names.
Right. Okay, so let's just, I'm going to get this. I'm going to have fun.
And
I'll show you something, kids. You ready?
Oh, okay. Noel Carandut.
Noel Carandut.
Okay.
Congratulations, Noel. Are you there?
Congratulations, everybody, so far.
I'll show you something cool when I get my shit together.
3 to go. I'm going to remove Noel from the wheel, and we're going to spin the 3rd time.
I'll show you what I'm doing with this wheel, okay? So we've uploaded this wheel to ChatGPT.
It's settling
and then we've told it to give us a list of all the names of all the people on the wheel. And now we've got everyone that's participating in the app. Isn't that exciting?
All right.
That's how we roll, bros.
I'm going to remove Khadija. I don't know if they're online, if they're there or not.
And we'll go to...
Just raise your hand in the digital hand on the screen so we can just see if you're there or not. Going to remove Khadija. Okay.
And...
the 4th spin of the night.
We go...
or the day, depending where you are in the world.
Step chain. All right. And now we'll just go Zoom meetings. And we'll just call this...
Reggie.
Document. And now we've got all your database there.
Congratulations, Reggie. Is anyone who...
And also,
are you there or someone...
in a different place so that when I need to stream into a Zoom meeting, I'll have all my names.
Yeah.
So let's do the last spin and then we go for it.
So what have we got?
And last but not least.
Last but not least.
Here we go.
What do we call this thing? Step. Oh, I'll go back to that so you can see what's the prize draw. Chain.
Ronald Gill.
It's a step club.
Oh, that's Ronald Gill. So close for Roger. Roger's in my team. Oh, Roger.
He just missed it by a click.
Oh, man, I think it's happened to him twice or 3 times. His odds are getting better and better. Oh, shame. Okay.
Okay, so I just removed Ronald. That's why it's showing on Roger now. But these are the results of the night. So the top winner was Reynold.
Good. Congratulations to all.
All right. So you can see I've got a database of step chain, but we'd like additional information. We've got all their social media stuff
someone who won.
And everything. And also now we've got the names, everyone that was in that meeting.
Yeah, good evening.
Right
yeah, that is my wife.
Oh, it's my wife. Oh, it's my wife. It's my wife.
When it's not you, it's your wife, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, this month is your wife. Last month, or the month before,
it's my mistress as well.
Yeah, the first month I was the winner.
Wow. It becomes a monthly income for your family.
Oh my God.
So
congratulations.
I'll just pass the news to her.
Okay. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
I'm just still trying to log into a few Zoom meetings.
Great.
What do we do now, guys?
Rory, I saw on the chat room a question about the deck.
The deck?
If we can send the deck to the members who are interested to look into or to distribute it or to share with someone. So I think this is obviously possible, right?
Yes, I'll get that out. I saw it was Alan, so I'll get it to him. I'm wondering if we should maybe put it on the...
Great idea.
I don't know if we should just give it to the accountability partners or should we make
Great
it a bit
idea.
wider, Felipe? Should we put it... anybody that wants it? So, because once we put it into the group community announcements, the documents stay there so people can always go and get them.
Oh, okay.
So, which is not a bad thing if they're meeting up with somebody. Should we just get comments from everybody below? Wider distribution. Okay, cool. We got the answer there. We'll do a wider distribution and get that through. Should we take a couple of questions? I know we're on the hour. We try and keep it strictly to 1 hour.
We don't want questions.
Maybe
let's
try. Whoever can put up their hand, let's answer 5 questions because we had 5 winners tonight. So 5 questions. Anybody got a question or want to say something? Maybe an experience or
read the 1-star reviews
of how it's working for them. Are you enjoying it? Things like that. Is there anybody that wants to put up their hand? We've got 5 minutes. Or 5 questions, should I say? Okay, we've got Alan there.
Alan.
All right.
Alan,
please unmute. Where did Alan go? Did I do something wrong?
Alan, you might have. Alan disappeared.
Where did Alan go? I thought I just hit the unmute. Asked to unmute. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Alan.
So, come Alan. We're gonna go back to Alan later.
Yeah.
Alan. Hi, Alan. Good night.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
My one question is: you buy, 2 vouchers and you get 1 free. What happens now? They credit your account with the vouchers. Can't you take those vouchers? You take 1 for yourself and give the other 2 to family members or someone that's in need.
Good idea.
Yes. No, those vouchers are
they're yours.
Yeah, it's a voucher is like cash. Okay, so if you buy 2 get 1 free, it's not just restricted for you. You can use all 3 yourself. Let's say it's a monthly voucher, then you can use it for May, June, July, or you could say this one for my wife, this one for my friend. Those vouchers are independent. It's not locked to your profile. Think of it like a cash voucher where you're going into a shopping mall and you're buying, it's valid for anybody to use.
Okay, so that's fine. But they say it's credited to your account. So can I...
So the vouchers get credited to the back of your account so that you can see what the voucher numbers are. So that you can use it out. So you copy those vouchers. And then you send it to whoever you want to assist, or you might be sitting next to them, log them in, and then copy and paste the voucher and activate them there and then if it's a friendship.
Wow.
That's great because I want to bless, a family member with it or bless my daughter or my wife with something like that, because I bought 2 and got 1 free. That's what I want to talk about.
So this is why the company is making such a great
STEPCHAIN is not a fitness revolution.
It will help you get to the
multipliers. 5-star review.
Doing the basic walking, you're actually going to earn so much more value, which you can buy more vouchers with. Does that make sense? So
no, it's quite beneficial, and it's quite impressive. Thank you, guys.
Rewarding those people that are committed to build the project and do very well. So thank you, Kamalan, for asking that question, so we can clarify it.
They look like yo-yo.
So, great point.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kamalan. Willie Vanek asked if we're going to publish the compensation plan on the website.
Oh, no, can't do that because you'll lose your app on the
Are
app
we
store.
going to what? Sorry, ask that question again. Sorry.
To publish the compensation plan, the new compensation plan on the website.
Oh, sure, yes, we will. It's a work in progress right now. We're doing all the back end and all the logistics behind the compensation plan, but all that will be there very soon.
Okay.
But in the meantime, you have a very good presentation that was done here by Rory.
Ooh.
It's not going to get much better than that.
Oh,
He's done a very good job on
doomed
trying to
then.
explain what the compensation plan. The good thing, it's going to be much easier.
Yep.
Conceptually than the last one that we had. So you'll be able to, but it will be on the website at some point this month.
Okay.
Okay, great.
That's good.
Vivo.
And then we can show
Vivo,
Apple.
please unmute yourself.
I'm muting. I'm muted.
Good evening.
Hey.
Yes.
Good evening.
Oh, fantastic. And I'm really hooked on this platform now. And I'm hooked to walking every day.
Oh,
now, I've tried to introduce
story.
a couple of people to StepChain, and they don't like the idea of using Google Fit. They want to use their own smartwatches or other devices. Is that a possibility? Have you got plans, or
you
is
mean
it
you can't
possible
use your
to
Garmin
connect
watch?
StepChain to other smartwatches?
Oh, competition's fierce these days, guys.
So
You got to
can I
step up.
pick up on this
Get
one,
it? Step
if I
up.
don't mind, Felipe, and maybe you can, Gonzalo can add to it. So the system draws the data from the phone. So if they've got a smart
that's
watch,
accurate.
all they need to do is
I've got a
connect their watch to the
$2,100
phone
watch
to
on
send
my
the
wrist,
steps
right? It
and
tracks my
access
fitness.
their app. So the
I
way
use this
around
because
that
my
is, let's
phone
say
isn't
they've
that
got a
accurate.
Garmin, for example,
And this is meant to be
and they're
state of
using
the
a
art
Garmin.
shit.
They activate the Garmin app and then just make sure that the Garmin is updating their Google Fit or their Apple Health, and the steps will then get pulled from the platform there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it could do.
Where you have a challenge is some people have bought very inexpensive walking meters that don't connect with anything basically, and it runs on its own software and doesn't interact with any phones. So as long as the watch engages and uploads the data into
he's
the
right then. He is right.
phone,
So
it should pull it, but you have to allow permissions for that to happen. Just in the same way you allow the app to send information to your Google.
Yeah, so
Fit
it does
or
work.
your,
And he's right. Actually, I know he's
Apple
right
phone.
on that one.
If they're unsure, then they can just open up a ticket
So
for a
the app will
specific
get
watch
the information from
and see if
the
technical can get back.
phone,
But
which
I
has
would really
been
just suggest
sent
that
to it
do a little bit of research before
using
you
the
buy a
Garmin
walking
devices.
watch. I mean, I use my watch all the time. It's amazing. Like, as I said, I went up and got a cup of coffee
What
and
sort of
I
watch
came
have you
back and I
got?
recorded my
I bet
steps.
you've got a
So
Apple Watch.
a good investment for your health is something that's going to measure your health. So just a
you
consideration.
Giving investment advice there, Rory.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. The reason that I'm raising it, by the way, they object to using Google, to be tracked by Google.
Oh, well,
which is
don't email them.
that is their
Do they have an
objective.
Android? Do they have an Android phone? Because
Yeah, they do have an Android, yes.
Pokemon Go.
But they don't want to use Google devices on their phone.
I love the
Any
questions we
Google,
get.
any Google
Thank you,
apps.
Microsoft, as our trainer.
Well, this is
pretty
sort of
cool.
out of my technical frame, unless there's another way we can look into it in the future. But, you know, there's a lot of the Chinese phones that don't connect well with Google.
Doodle.
I don't know, Felipe, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean,
pass the back.
It's a very unique, question because we never had anyone who refused to
We've only got 84 minutes.
use Google Fit. If you use Android,
Android?
I mean, you're on the Google ecosystem anyway.
Okay.
So not willing to have Google tracking your step. Well,
tricky question.
It's a choice that I respect, but I mean, once you are using an Android phone, you are anyway on the Google ecosystem. So
he's got a point.
I think it's pretty unique and
definitely
pretty
unique.
and I respect but I don't think we can do much because we're relying on these two pedometers. Actually,
remember,
it's
this company,
just a pedometer.
we've actually got the CEO in here
the
today.
phone,
This
like
company
any over,
is actually in 5
like
countries,
any over
4
native
countries
app
maybe.
of
They say they claim.
of Android and Apple. It's something that is built in your phone. If you don't activate what is in your phone, it's your decision. But I don't know how we can circumvent that.
Yeah,
and by the way, if you don't trust Google, why would you trust Garmin?
Yeah,
very good question. Yes,
yeah, very good point.
That is a good question.
Oh,
indeed,
yeah.
You know,
And
like
why
I said, I'll leave it up to them anyway.
Why would you trust
They're two
Rory?
very good prospects because they know a lot of people. Hence the reason I wanted to bring them on board, but because of that reason. But thank you very much for your explanation anyway. I'll get back to them and see what they have to say.
Yeah,
so
that's
awesome
cool.
that
Thank you.
you enjoying the app. You said you're hooked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love
For
the
me,
app.
I'm loving it.
Great. Yeah.
I'm
love
loving
it.
it. I'm loving the walk, and it gets me out every day. You know, I'm doing my 10,000 every day. So
Wow,
fantastic. You know,
10,000.
like you said, it gets me to the mood. You know, the framework of getting out there, sampling nature, and it's wonderful for your mental, you know, health. If
we
you
got
like.
it, mate. We're all
It's
about fitness
wonderful.
here, mate.
So well done, guys. You know, well done.
Well done.
Thank you. Are we going to take one more question? But this is what's exciting me, because when you start doing it and you are getting out and you're doing the exercise, you're getting rewarded for it. So it's actually not costing you, it's rewarding you. And you can see yourself in the marketplace.
It's all about fitness.
And it's like you want to share that experience, you know. And
We've got
it's really
correspondence
awesome.
from Rory that
And
this
nice
is going
to
to
meet friends as well.
leapfrog
Go and have a
him out of the
conversation.
financial
Walk and
disaster
meet
he's
at a
caused
coffee
to so
shop
many
or
people's
something, you know.
lives. It's going to
We
make
got
him
some-
millions.
Absolutely.
We got one of the prize winners here. I think it was Charles. No, was he not a prize winner?
Charles, yes. Well, last question, because it's already 10, 9 past the hour. So, Charles, you're the last one.
Here we go.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Fantastic presentation. Rory, finally we got our deck. So really looking forward to it. Rory, just to maybe with the team, just clear the understanding. Now that we've changed the compensation framework, remember we had this MLM set up, you know, 3x3, and just
Force
went down
matrix.
the lines.
Sound familiar?
Some guys went to
Left leg, right leg.
stuff like that. Now a lot of people sort of backed out for the time being. But now we want to bring them back, now that the entire compensation is basically a 2-level plan, and they can maximize their earnings with the
Don't ask tricky questions,
25%
KB.
and the 15%.
Even though I don't know how you make money on this.
On the 5 people or more.
Okay.
So question is, how do we bring those people back? I mean, can we sign them up basically again? Start their accounts
Why
up?
would you want to come back to a vomit, really?
Because
Come
now
on,
they
guys.
sort of understood how easy it becomes, because previously
not
the
come
3x3
back.
became a little bit
Come
awkward
back
for some of the
to where
players
you
in the
once
game.
belonged.
So the question is, how do we we've got some positive feedback from them now that they'd like to come back.
Okay.
Because we've been showing them the
We've
draft
changed
plans,
the word from
but
multi-level
now
marketing
we
to
really got a
affiliate.
deck of cards, and if we can present this to them, we can bring them
I'll wait
back
till they see this
into
video.
the
Well, they're
believe
already
me.
in the system, Charles, so they just have to activate. They really just have
but who do they activate to? I mean, obviously there's only one upline or 2 uplines basically in this compensation plan.
No, so whoever introduced them would have had a referral link. Whichever referral link that they originally signed up, when they join, they will so there's no more forced matrix or compression plans. So
But there was.
if they were
Good to
in your
know.
structure, Charles, and they were further down, or let's say you gave somebody else's link, but if they're all your people, then they would all be direct with you. Do you understand? Whoever
Okay.
you introduce direct would be your directs. There's no matrices anymore, anything like that.
What I'm saying, if it was somebody else's direct and the other direct is no longer there,
Oh, Gobi left?
but they sort of downliners.
Then I would recommend maybe they sign up again, or but they'll need a separate email address. But if their downline's not there, it stops at that point. Do you know what I mean? It's a dead leg.
Oh, a
If
dead
that person
leg.
is no longer interested,
Jesus
I would
Christ.
be, my opinion,
Get a
because
job,
we've changed
Rory.
the
We're
compensation
sick and tired
plan,
of this
Philippe,
shit.
I would rather have that person getting help from somebody that's going to help them and, be under that person than not having some support. Does that make sense, Charles?
Rory getting some help.
You've got to make sure that you're not offending somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that person's going to come back and say,
Come
because just
back
think about
to
it, that
where you
person that's
once
not there anymore, that
belonged.
comes back in 6 months, says, hey, what happened to my person? Why are they under this one? You should be able to answer those questions.
Yep.
Well, exactly. I just want to get some clarity on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good
So
to
if you
me.
want to bring them back and they've got no support and they're out of it, that's between you and your team or your group or your family to decide how that's going to work if they went on your direct. But we're not going to get involved in any disputes about that, if you know what I mean. If they left and they come back under you, great. Well, that other person didn't look after them.
No, the key was communication with them to let them know this is where we are. If you're still keen, you can be in. If you're not keen, we're going ahead with the balance.
Correct. So but again, we're not going to come into dispute and, fight the fight. That's not what the company's going to do. That's between you and your team to sort out. We don't want to have an issue later. We have changed the compensation plan. We've communicated it. If people have exited out of it and they come back a year later, well, I'm sorry, you weren't there for that person for the last year or 6 months. You know what I mean? Why have you not?
100%. Okay, I'm happy with the answer, but thank you very much. Looking forward to the May month, and all the best with the rest of the team.
And you
right,
thumbs up on the new compensation plan and everything, Charles. It's looking good. Come on.
Absolutely.
We
I mean, worked hard in the back doors.
Yeah.
So really appreciate the entire team.
Appreciate the team.
Mr. Bednarek, everybody really pulled all the stops. The Rory, you, thank you so much for keeping us together. Appreciate it.
No, well, appreciate
it. Thank you, Charles.
You guys have a super evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Philippe. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, go away.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week. Take care.
Oh, wow, that was just so romantic. So there you go. That was their big monthly meeting. Great hype. 84 people there. It just gets better and better. I want to show you this email now just to round up what we've been doing here. This might make you laugh or could make you cry, but I want to know what you think about this. So first of all, I'm just going to make this bigger. All right, this is from Trustpilot. All right, stay with me, stay with me. So first of all, we're going to go look at Rory Conacher doing a workout here, and you've got Constable Mr. de Hek with the baton and the torch, telling him to move his friggin' fat little ass along so he gets up to his 4,000 steps that he claimed he did today. Anyway, so what I did is I went to Trustpilot and I found, I'd searched for STEPCHAIN. And I've gone there and I've written this review, okay? Now, what do you think when you listen to this review?
Looks like fitness, smells like MLM fraud. STEPCHAIN is not a fitness revolution. It's a multi-level marketing scheme hiding behind a move-turn gimmick. After digging deeper, I discovered the app is published under a company called Absolutely Digital, not STEPCHAIN, and their legal documents refer to Vida Digital Mobile Limited, not the same entity advertised. The privacy policy is dated 2019, links to a 404 error homepage, and even includes a Gmail address as official contact. Seriously?
Right, so that's a pretty good review. What'd you think?
To use the app, you're pushed into subscribing through a separate domain, thestepclub.com, with promises of redeeming step points for Teslas, electronics, and crypto. Meanwhile, there's a huge emphasis on recruiting others and earning affiliate commissions. That's not fitness, that's a referral-based pay-to-play scheme.
All right, and then you get the very last bit of it.
What really raised alarms was learning one of the promoters is Rory Conacher, a man linked to collapse schemes like HyperVerse, StableDAO, and VidiLOOK. Now he's rebranded as a wellness leader. No thanks.
No thanks. Yeah, so there we go. If you value your money and privacy, stay away from STEPCHAIN. So that's my review, all right? Now, just to even make it even worse for the STEPCHAIN people, I can't believe that you can run a Zoom meeting that gets broadcasted on the internet and then you put everybody's name on the screen and you share that. Is there no privacy? That's what I'm getting at. So really, did you just do what we think you just did? So we go to the Zoom meeting links. These are all the people's names there that who were in that competition. So there's no yeah, so I don't know if I'm helping here, but these people's names, these are people in the Zoom meetings. And over here is all the people that were in the competition. So I've got I've theoretically got 84 people's names here. I mean, what's going on there? So I just wanted to show that off. Now, this review that you see here, I've posted it, and it says your review is pending. So then I get these emails from Trustpilot, and it says, Danny de Hek, we're touching out because your review, blah, 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 did not make it online. It was taken offline after appearing on our platform. And we want to explain why. To ensure that the community can trust reviews they read on Trustpilot, we use automated detection technology. And the team and the experts looked at the patterns of unusual behavior. If something doesn't look right, we stop reviews from appearing on Trustpilot in the first place, or we take them offline if they were already visible. So how many times have you gone to Trustpilot and you've found reviews that have popped up well, I do it all the time, but you'll get a brand new scam and it will have 200 reviews, and they're all 5-star reviews. But if you go and give a 1-star review, you get this email back, which is just, do you think we made a mistake? So then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here, and I'll come back to my other screen. And now I'm going to go to ChatGPT. And I'm going to go to that, and I'm going to post the reply. Now, don't ever spend all this animated bullshit that we get all the time. Don't spend time writing back to it. Oh, goodness me. I'm just going to tell ChatGPT what they said to me. Copy, paste, and boom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully have an opportunity here to get this email so I can hit reply to it. Yes, I've got another screen here, and I go review. Ooh, right, now I go back to here. Thanks for sharing that notice from blah, blah, blah. Disappointing reviews. Here's the revised version. So now what's happened is it's letting me write a revised version. It sounds like a genuine... So what does it say? I'm going to read it because I can't read it, but you get the idea. But it's quite funny how I battle this.
Thanks for sharing that notice from Trustpilot. To challenge their assessment successfully, your review must sound like a genuine personal experience, avoid external links, names of individuals, or promotional editorial tone, be neutral in tone, yet still informative. Here's a revised version you can submit that fits Trustpilot's rules, won't get auto-flagged, but still makes your point loud and clear.
All right, so here we go. So now we've got a new one, and it says, but how stupid is Trustpilot? And I get this message all the time. I'm just sort of share it with you because I love you guys. Okay, so now we've got nothing there. Right, now what do we have instead? So we have a nice new review that's a wee bit more friendly.
I downloaded the STEPCHAIN app expecting a fitness tracker with meaningful rewards, but what I got was confusing sign-up steps and vague promises. To access the app, I had to register on a separate website and subscribe before even trying it out. The company structure isn't clear, and the terms of use reference a business I hadn't heard of when signing up. The app itself promotes rewards like electronics and cash prizes, but the system seems built around referrals and earning commissions, more like a business opportunity than a fitness tool. The privacy policy also looked outdated and listed strange tracking details I wasn't comfortable with. I reached out for support and didn't feel the responses were reassuring. I'd suggest doing some extra research before signing up. I personally didn't feel confident continuing with it.
All right, so I've just typed in those in the window. Now, do you know why I've done that? For fun? No, I've done it because if I owned this company's software, I would time how long it took somebody to paste the review and see whether they cut and paste it. That's one thing. And I'm going to give them a 3-star review because I'm going to give them a 5-star review and just try something different here. So I'm going to give them a 5-star review. Boom. I'm going to give them not a bad thing, but people will still read it. And then I'm going to submit the updated review. And we're going to see if that one gets, but we're going to figure out how it works. Now, how stupid is that? So your review is on the way. If I go to another company like Liquid Pay, for example, and I look at their reviews, because we own liquidpay.com. Liquid Finance doesn't even work anymore. So literally, I could come here and look at this here. So these reviews all turned up within 2 weeks. 188 reviews. They had 165 reviews that turned up in 2 weeks. But if you went to see all the reviews, I think I actually managed to get a review in there myself, a 1-star review. But you will find only 2 1-star reviews. Very rarely do you find 3-star reviews. Everyone's given it 5-star reviews. But my truthful, honest messages going to Trustpilot get removed. So does this mean that Trustpilot only want 5-star reviews? So would you trust Trustpilot's reviews process knowing that you can have 165 people post reviews within 2 weeks? Anyone that posts a 1-star review, their automated system just takes it out. It's ridiculous. And this is even funnier. So let's go. I don't want to update this review because I've got it in there. But technically, look, it flagged this review containing harmful... Look at this. Liquid Pay flagged this review for containing harmful or illegal content. Read more. Trustpilot assessing the review according to our flagging process, during which time this review is been removed. So how crazy is that? So let's go down to here. I can delete it or repost it. So that review I thought was in there isn't actually in there. So now we can go, their website doesn't even work. So now I'm going to go to Trustpilot. Let's see if I can go to, where's my, let's go find, I'll go there. ChatGPT. There's some new excitement. I'm going to go search there, Liquid Finance, and see if I've got Sharvis. And then we go Liquid Pay. Please write a Trustpilot review. Please write a write a review. Please. I have to. Oh, this is going to be painful. 1 second, please. Trustpilot. Please write me. Something's gone wrong. Please write me a Trustpilot review and let them know that their website is not working. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we'll go back to our Trustpilot. All right, we will have to remove that review and go delete because it's not there working anyway. And now we'll come along here and we will we won't visit the website. We will try and do a review. Now why can't I do a review? Companies, visit the website, claim profile, service. How do I, have they banned me from doing a review on this? That'd be interesting. Website, payment service. Oh my God, reviews. I don't think I can do a review on this anymore. But I don't think I can. Crazy. But anyway, what do we know about this company? They have a new domain name. Liquid Pay. Right. Whoops. So Liquid Pay Finance is their new domain name. So we're going to search for them. Show results. I slurred that. I have not been drinking. Liquid Pay. And now we can write a review about their new domain name. Write a review. 1-star review. This company. Now we need to go back to that. This company has now got a new website. So I'm going to post a review about how they updated their domain name, didn't tell anyone, and now have a new domain name. This is a company that takes payments from people. So you would think they would let their customers know when their domain name has been removed for whatever reason. Their new domain name is... All right. Update the review. So I'm just going to say update the review. Update the review. All right, and let's see if we can get a review in here under the new domain name. But this is what I do all day long, ladies and gentlemen. So now we've got switch domains without notice, serious issues. Great. We're going to go back to, got to learn to go the right way. Put that domain name in there. I'm going to go issues. I'm just going to type that in there in case they're software. Right, and copy, and we'll go back. All right, and once again, I'm going to try my antics, see if typing makes a difference. And we're going to give them a 5-star review, and then we'll see if it stays in there first. We're going to go 14th. When did that review happen? That error message actually happened on the 2nd, I think. So we're going to go 02. That's right. So I'm going to submit for the review. Oh, you can't put HTTPs in them. So that's going to be funny. So we're going to go here. I don't know if it picks up the domain names if they are not .coms. Let's have a wee look. and see if it lets me do that. Submit review. It did. I think it did. Yes, it did. Okay, so let's see if that one there gets picked up. Anyway, that's a bit distracting. So let's get rid of this now. Let's get rid of that now. Let's get rid of that now. We're just going to have a quick scan. It's 12 o'clock midnight here in New Zealand, so I'm off to bed. But these meetings start normally on the hour. So let's have a quick look, see if there's any meeting that's live. And if it is, we'll stop in and have a look at another scam. Other than that, we're going to call it a night. Hope you enjoyed the 48-hour or 24-hour-old meeting with Rory Conacher, their monthly meeting about STEPCHAIN. Any feedback, any comments that you might want to know about STEPCHAIN, please let us know. Smart Steps. What's the other one? Get Fit, MoveQuest. How many fitness apps do we need to know that have multi-level marketing wrapped around their collar? And the best thing you can do, as per my blog, is to walk in the other direction. And if you're looking at Rory Conacher and you're thinking he's going to build your financial freedom, then you're wrong. Remember, Rory, history speaks for itself. His cousin has fully condemned him and his actions. He's threatening that if anyone whistleblows him, there's no chance of you getting the money back. He's also claimed that he's doing a class action lawsuit, getting everyone's money back from HyperVerse, even though he was the one that promoted it to them. No one knows where the money is from HyperVerse. It's just all bullshit. And the other one is STEPCHAIN itself, using deceptive tactics to hide the real company to places like the Apple Play Store. No, not the Apple Play Store, the Apple App Store. Deceptive techniques and paying people in worthless tokens that they can't even exchange into USDT, and doing it all in the name, not religion this time, they're doing it all in the name of health. And the guy that they're representing, who's representing it, is Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars, the one and only Rory Conacher, which I like to call Rory Conman. So, hope you've enjoyed that video.